the new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith!
It's match start.
5-star performer, and the bullseye is hit.
It's Johnny Magny!
Burnett thinks it's going in.
Game showing the third
It was a knowing nod, wasn't it?
Dudbridge.
Things seems to be going right for this man tonight. He's finding wins from somewhere,
Game showing the
and he's
sixth.
found a big finish, the first 100 plus checkout. It's been a war of attrition this match, but he gets over the line.
9-dart finish.
Come on, Richie. Beautiful.
That's Richie's roots, but he couldn't quite find it.
66.
Eyes of Grundy there. And what if this bullseye is popped?
Game showing the fifth.
That's what.
Rob Grundy.
Well, there was some explosive stuff last night when Group B got underway, and on night 2 we will fill the field for finals night. Second night of action in Group B on week 2 of Series 13, coming to you live on Pluto TV. Hi there, good evening. Welcome along to Friday's fix of darts. We have the last night of qualifying for the Saturday showpiece tomorrow, and the remaining half of the finals night field will be completed. Alongside me, Glenn Durrant, who was watching the action this afternoon as well. And when we spoke yesterday about Group C, Keanu Van Velzen was in a great place. You kind of warned that it could go wrong, and it looked like it might go that way until he finally got the job done.
Yeah, he was odds-on favourite to get through, but I just sort of looked at the players he was playing, and Carl Wilkinson was his first game. Now, going into the day before that, Carl was the favourite to top Group C, and the concern then that a little bit of panic would come into his game. But he dealt with it. He's a young player. I think he'll have learned an awful lot about himself today, and just look at the reaction, the relief. He seems a very likeable player, a player that I'm sure has been inspired by the success of his brother on that stage as well, and that's what it meant to him. It was he got over the line in the end, but only just.
Yeah, he will be trying to follow in the footsteps of his brother Marvin Van Velzen, of course, who won not just a week but an entire series. He goes through with a former weekly winner in Richard McKee, and Tommy Morris won Group A earlier in the week. He's also through to.
Which is here. He's a terrifically talented player. But he's very methodical, but he loves a scrap. He loves being involved in a real match play. And that was a match where both players went into it with an unbeaten 3 out of 3. He really delivered the goods, and that double 18 going in equated to an average over 102, which is, you know, weekly winning form there. And as you see the numbers there, it was a proper game at the end of the night, and he did really well.
Is he looking the most likely weekly winner to you at the moment?
Tommy Morris was special. I thought that group here was maybe just a little bit understated. It was a tough group, and to get 26 points from that. But Grundy's gritty. I think we used the word granite last night. He'll relish the opportunity, and as you say there, probably a win away from it. Fully expect him to get through.
Yeah, well, the bookies certainly think that he's an immovable object at the top of the table. He is odds on 4-11 to top the group at the end of this evening. David Wawrzewski follows, then Jose Justicia, and Dudbridge, a huge price. Burnett, an even bigger price. That is to win the group. But just looking at the odds, Glenn, they think that the top 3 is going to remain the same. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do actually. Dudbridge does play his games very early, so you can lay a marker down. So it'll be interesting to see how he responds to that. But the top 3 are there for a reason. Justicia wasn't good last night. He will get better. Expect him to go through. Wawrzewski, his timing was okay last night. His finishing was good. I think he's already got enough points on there. Maybe another win there, but I expect the top 3.
For anyone who is having a bet, please gamble responsibly. As always, it's 18 plus gambleaware.org. And Mark Dudbridge just playing the opening match against Jose Justicia. They're battling it out to try and make it through to finals night, and you could be there as well.
now get round to our Royal Rumble challenge.
Yeah, there was a little issue with the Royal Rumble earlier, so we just want to apologise for that. It was so eagerly anticipated that it kind of broke the TV channel and cut off halfway through. However, it is available now on the Modus Super Series YouTube channel, and you can catch it after finals night tomorrow. It will be played out in full then. So if you missed the Royal Rumble or you didn't manage to catch the first half of it, you can watch the whole thing on our YouTube channel or watch it after finals night tomorrow. Yeah, when darts meets wrestling. Watch that any time. But tonight, it's a battle to make it through to the main event tomorrow. And these two players really probably are the two that have got the most to fight for, because you would expect the top two to get through after a really good night last night in David Wawrzewski and the unbeaten Rob Grundy, and you'd expect Richie Burnett to go out without having a point to his name. So this is maybe the most important match of the night already, Glenn.
Yeah, and for Mark Dudbridge, he plays 3 of the first 5 games tonight as well. So I think that's really good for Mark in a sense that he'll know exactly where he is probably halfway through the night. For Jose Justicia, I wasn't that impressed with him last night. I was really excited to see his name on the list of players in week 2. He's a classy operator, a player who's terrifically talented, as is that young man in his picture. He will be the referee for tonight.
First leg, Jose to throw first. Game on.
But I'm expecting a much better performance from the Spaniard tonight. It doesn't seem that long ago in the early hours where these two fought out a 7-legger, but it wasn't pretty. But the 2 points were huge for Jose, and yeah, I'm expecting a little bit better from him.
Yeah, there were times when he looked like the best player last night, weren't they, Jose Justicia? But it didn't pan out like that come the end of the
66.
evening. So he does have work to do, and Mark Dudbridge could cause him a bit of bother here.
Yeah, what I would say to Mark Dudbridge, you mentioned he was the best player for parts of last night. Well, certainly for 2 3/4 legs at this time last night, the opening game, he was absolutely sensational. The averages were circa of 105. He missed a few doubles in the third leg against Wawrzewski. And really, for me, after that, he flattered to deceive, to be fair. But he sat in a qualifying position. He has a real opportunity early doors to get 2 points against
41.
his nearest competitor in 4th place, Mark Dudbridge. So, yeah, that's that intriguing twist.
Already through, as we mentioned at the top of the show, Tommy Morris, Keanu Van Velzen and Richard McKee. Only one of those 3 has a title to their name. In terms of this group, only one player has a title to their name, and that's Rob Grundy. So every chance of seeing a new weekly winner tomorrow, like we did on week 1 of this series. Steve Green getting the job done.
Yeah, I've been really good with my predictions on a Saturday night. I'm glad I wasn't here last week, because
80.
I don't think I'd have picked Steve. Many congratulations to him. This is what the opportunities are on the stages, and an early opportunity here for Jose.
45.
A little sloppy, I think it's fair to say, that particular visit. Now, Mark Dudbridge doesn't want to stay there.
$96.
Such a decorated career as Mark Dudbridge. Well, no doubt we'll be chatting about what he's done. On 115, I do like to start in the 19s, because if you do hit the single, it leaves a more favourable 96 as he looks at the treble 20. But by staying
59.
there, he'd be happy the fact that he's got that big number double combination finish if he gets a chance. Because Dudbridge is going to get a dart or a double. For an early break, it's double top.
Game shot on the first
Beautiful.
leg.
Beautifully done by Mark Dudbridge. And he picked off a couple of finishes like that last night as well. Break a throw to kick off this match. And he could be just sending out a little statement here. Whoever wins this game will occupy 3rd place at the end of it.
57.
But if Dudbridge loses it, it's going to be quite a gap to bridge, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Looked a little bit shell-shocked there, did Justicia.
59.
And those 2 first darts didn't warm you with confidence. So just something as simple a big finish like that for that 114. And you can see from going below on that treble 20, he's right in his zone right now.
140.
The players have had to contend with a little bit of upset to their preparation this evening. There was a power outage in the Portsmouth area where we are located in the UK.
39.
Lasted about an hour or so. Glenn Durrant alongside me, wishing that had happened when he played here.
Do you know, that's even quicker than Henry Deacon's first drive today. Yeah, I thought we were on for an early night at one point because the outage was potentially for the early hours. But I have to say, the players were absolutely terrific about the whole thing.
140.
Yeah, they really were ready to delay, postpone whatever needed to be done. Speaking of Henry Deacon, he was outside still waiting for the light to turn green to cross the road.
180. Mark, you require 125.
Centre of the board for treble 20.
46.
Well, can Justicia do
Jose, you
something
require
similar to what he
102.
had done to him in the previous leg? 114 for Dudbridge, 102 for Jose. Gets the ball for double 16,
86.
but he fails to find it.
Mark, you require 79.
You saw the reaction from Dudbridge because that last dart went into the one to make this finish tricky. That looks good though, looks inviting.
39. Jose, you require 16.
So a pair of 8s, and it's back on throw. Double 4. Becomes double 2, chasing them around the
14.
board without success. Waves his hands in a strop.
Mark, you require 40.
Yeah, he never really looked comfortable late last night as well. I thought a brand new Deacon, see him behind there shaking his head.
Game shot in the
Mark
second
Dudbridge,
leg.
who's been
Mark
there, got the
Dudbridge.
T-shirt. He won't care one jot. And as we said at the beginning of the show, he can
Third
do the
leg,
damage
Jose
early
two
doors
for
here.
first.
Mark
Game
plays
on.
in game 1, 3 and 5. He can put all the pressure in the world on Jose.
180.
And it gets to the point, Glenn, doesn't it? I'm sure you've been there yourself where you'll hit a 180 and you'll think, well, that's all well and good, but if I can't hit a double at the end of a leg, then what's the point?
Yeah, and the fact
123.
it's on his throw as well. You want to be doing those 180s to try and break the throw, but step by step, this is what we thought he would be producing. He had his head, he was shaking his head. He did not look a happy bunny whatsoever as Mark Dudbridge slotted that dart in the double top. Yet 6 dart later, here we go.
96.
Let's
Jose,
see something
require
special.
141.
It was Richie Burnett who attempted it last night. He found the 7th dart, missed the 8th, and the same thing has happened to Justicia.
89.
It was probably marginally closer, but he couldn't locate the treble 19, and the excitement turns to what could have been, what might have been, but more importantly, what's to come,
Jose, you
because
require
winning the
52.
leg is the key thing here.
And we see it so many times when you have the opportunity for the 9 darter.
Game shot in the third
I
leg.
got my concerns when he missed the big
Justicia.
dart at the big number there. But fair play to Jose. He needed a big
Fourth
leg to get him
Mark
going.
two for row first. Game
Usually
on.
12 darts, but now needs to respond against the throw of Dudbridge, who looks very cool. He looks very calm and looks very collected right now. I think he went away with those 2 points
100.
yesterday thinking there's more in the tank for a player who went to Q-Skill, went to challenge tier, but openly admitted he's not getting a chance to do an awful lot of practice. The more and more
90.
legs he's getting on that stage, the better Dudbridge often gets.
Has had a run to a final here last year, Mark Dudbridge.
97. $60.
perfectly placed, but just look at the body movement afterwards.
123.
You're watching, you're thinking, how on earth, when you stood behind him, you're thinking, how on earth are they going in? But that's the throw that he's had for a couple of decades now. This is
78.
an excellent response from Dudbridge. It was a brilliant leg from Justicia in the previous.
40.
The blocked treble 20 made him go down for the 19s. Jose ain't going to leave a finish.
87. Mark, you require 141.
Plenty of time on the side of Dudbridge. Now he's a heavy favourite. It's his to lose from here. Treble 10 will be the dart. Absolutely
89.
fine. He'll be delighted with that and will be back.
Would have been an irony in him taking out the 141, of course, after the previous leg. He leaves the 52 that Justicia cleaned it up on.
56.
Well, he
Mark,
won't want to
you
hit the
require
big 9.
52.
Nice and straight on the 20s for his beloved double 16. Absolutely
showing
cracking
a
darts from
foreplay.
Dudbridge. He
Mark
looks really
Dudbridge.
good. His demeanour around the place has been good tonight. His body language during this game has
Fifth
been
leg,
excellent.
Jose to Faro first. Game on.
Justicia, who comes here with a big reputation, is already on the ropes here.
Richie Burnett is going to play Mark Dudbridge in the third game tonight. Glenn, and I'm just going to ask this question. Does Mark Dudbridge winning this match just offer a slither of hope to Richie Burnett? Because had Justicia won it, or if he does still win it, he would be 6 points clear of Burnett in third place.
60.
Dudbridge will only be 4 clear. He could play him and then be within 2, and suddenly there is a chance of qualifying.
I'd love to say yes, but I didn't see enough. The inconsistency
95.
of Richie Burnett last night was incredible. He had the most 180s by a long way. He hit 8, but at times in between there was a lot of very average stuff there. I don't think that's on his mind about qualification right now. I just think he wants to put
61.
a much better show on than he did last night. The damage was done yesterday.
Before that, top of the table tussle between Rob Grundy and David Wawrzewski.
96.
It is against the darty for Dudbridge, so there'll be no dramas, no panic.
45.
You
Jose,
often
you
use
require
the word
170.
disciplined. And he certainly ticks that box. The 170 is not going to go up. But the Spaniard looking good to reduce the deficit.
58.
And by my very quick maths, a win from Dudbridge here would mean that Grundy couldn't secure qualification in the next match.
116.
If
Jose, you require
Justicia were to win the
112.
game, he could. And he's still got a chance of doing that. Tops is left,
92.
but not located.
Yeah, for Dudbridge, and let me tell you, he's already thinking of the first 3 darts of the next leg, because that will be huge for him. He'll expect Justicia to put this one
134.
to
bed.
Jose, you require 20.
But he has put a little bit of thought in the mind of
Aim shot on the
Justicia.
fifth leg. Jose
Big 3 darts
Justicia.
coming for Mark Dudbridge.
Sixth flag, Mark to throw first. Game on.
Did he just have an argument with his wife there? Yeah, there's a photo of his wife, we believe, on the
62.
stage. And well, yesterday they were kissing, but tonight they seem to have fallen out.
125.
I think he wanted to watch EastEnders and she wanted to watch Curry, but looks like she won.
Not sure they have EastEnders and Corrie in Alicante, Glenn.
140.
Si, senor. He's a treble.
100.
Gets a treble.
Dudbridge really should be starting on the 19s from 299.
93.
Doesn't look as fluent. He knows the importance this one at Dudbridge, and you can just, without watching the dart where it's going there, if you just watch him when he's throwing the dart, the lesser the movement of the body,
125.
often the better the dart. Sometimes I can look and his arms and legs are going all over. But that was absolutely perfect. There, you can just see that little bit of tension in the arm afterwards.
98.
This is not easy for him
Jose
right now.
require 151.
He's in an excellent position. Unless Justicia can pull out something special here. Well, that puts paid to that. So Dudbridge, who kicked off this match with a fine finish of 114, can end the encounter
69.
by taking out
Mark,
108.
you require 108.
What a first dart that is. They'd be happy with the second dart. It's tops. And it's
Game
a
shot.
fabulous,
And a match.
fabulous
Mark
win for Mark
Dudbridge.
Dudbridge. He knew he was playing early. He knew he could lay a statement down against Justicia, who's got real problems for qualification now. Mark Dudbridge will be playing 3 of the first 5 games. Job well done in the first match. Excellent on the outer ring, 66%. A super start. It's Wazzy up next against Rob Grundy.
Welcome back to the live action here on Pluto TV. It is the Modus Super Series, and right now we have got a clash at the peak of the pile, the top of the table tussle between Rob Grundy and David Wawrzewski. They met at the end of last night when both of them were unbeaten. Grundy remains unbeaten after he put the fire out to put himself in pole position, and he will be as good as qualified with a victory in this one. But Wazzy can do himself a good favour here by getting a bit of revenge over the grenade. Wawrzewski, the London lobber, 49 years of age. 5 times he's made it through to the finals night. And Rob Grundy's made his way down from Hartlepool in the northeast of England, trying to come back with a bang after winning here a couple of years ago before he spent 2 years on the PDC professional circuit. He was the star of last night. And look, most of his bidding was done then, Glenn, but you don't want to lose that winning streak, do you?
He certainly needs to look at Keanu Van Velzen today, who's in a very similar situation, who'd won
First
5
leg,
games
David to throw first.
the day
Game
before,
on.
and it all sort of nearly went wrong for him as well. So I think he's very professional, different sort of personality to Van Velzen as well. If you follow Rob Grundy,
81.
every single dart he's thrown is with real determination, real effort. I mean, he averaged over 92 for the night as well. He's difficult to play because, you know, his pace of it is, he's not a quick player, but he's very, very difficult to beat, and he
91.
demonstrated all those qualities yesterday.
See, David Wawrzewski came prepared for the power cut. What a garish garment that is.
45.
Well, actually, yeah, they continued to practice. They just put David next to the practice board, and they were absolutely fine. But it's interesting because, you know, preparation of players it's huge. I mean,
Were you meticulous?
100.
I was, but that's probably my type of personality. You know, you get there at a certain time, you do a certain, you want the right people around you. The dart players were
100.
magnificent tonight, including Wawrzewski, and you know they just got on with it. They're just almost like just delighted to be here, and you know what will be will be. I mean, if the power cut was going to go on any longer, there was even a possibility we might have to
85.
see it out during the night tomorrow. But they were absolutely fine with it. It's business now. They're up there and they've got a job to do.
Yeah, David was basically
100.
of the opinion, you just tell me what time you want me, whether it's 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, I'll be there.
I felt they were all like that. I think there have been a couple of players, had there been an issue and they were on it this week, we might have had a bit of a problem.
95. $99.
We've seen a
Robbie
few high-profile
require
cases, actually. I might
130.
come on to those. Because these things do happen. Will this thing happen for this man?
Yeah, it's a great shot, a real indication of how flat he throws that dart.
58.
Sometimes on the camera
David
angles you
requires
see it looks like it's the
76.
perfect marker for him. Big 16 for double top. His doubling was excellent last night.
56.
Just falls a little bit short there, Wawrzewski.
Robbie requires
And these
72.
are the types of finishes that I associate with Rob. He's going to get a dart or a double, that I'm confident of. Can he make it 2? He'll stay there. There's the option of a big 16, but you just see enough of that for double top.
32.
Just over the top. So Wawrzewski to hold
David
his throw.
require 20.
Wants double 10. Wild wide, but
Ends on the
rectified.
first leg.
And
David
Wawrzewski
Wawrzewski.
takes the lead in this encounter.
Second leg, Rob to throw first. Game on.
I have to say it was a terrific performance from Rob Grundy in this contest between the pair of them yesterday. We saw
180.
we saw his reaction. It was because of darts like that as well. He finished the night with 102 average against Wawrzewski. But these head-to-heads
41.
at the end of last night and going into today, I'm sure the strategy for Wazzy was to get his own back, and he started this match well. But Grundy has started this leg tremendously well.
Well, we've been teased, haven't we, over the last couple of nights? Burnett yesterday, Justicia
99.
this evening. By the way, we have just had it confirmed that a victory for Rob Grundy here would secure qualification.
85.
Yeah, just look how flat that dart is. I mean, Rob Grundy was a player. You can see that elevation. He's a tall guy.
140.
And he just sort of has that elevation of a dart player. But let me tell you, 10 years ago, he was almost bent double as he was
83.
throwing the dart. He had a real
Robbie
unique
require
style of
82.
throwing. Yeah, 15 remain there. With his opponent way back, he just has to be careful on this big number. Eyes are on the big 7 or the big 3. It's the 7 he's gone for. And looking good for 1-1.
$100. Rob, you require 8.
So this for parity.
Game shot on
Deadly
the
on his
second
doubles
leg.
last night.
Rob Grundy.
And once again, terrific there as he looks at that big target, a double 4.
Third
It's a
leg,
level
David to Faro first.
You wouldn't
Game
think
on.
so. Look at the average early does. Almost 20 points difference between the pair of them. He had an overall average of 92 overnight, Rob Grundy. At the moment, he's
100.
just on point with that. Just above 93 at the moment. But Wawrzewski fighting for everything right now.
$180.
Another terrific start.
100.
Well, you mentioned that we're being teased with a 9. Not anymore.
2 legs kicking off with 180s though. It's
85.
difficult to live with. You already feel like you're a visit behind.
45.
Yeah, just really taking control of this match now. Rob Grundy, this is against the darts. And if you see him go just above, you will often see him transition down to the 19s.
58.
That's unlucky. Each dart has missed the target there, but right on the wire.
$85.
Just a look over the scoreboard. He's got 6 darts on this 178. That certainly didn't come out of his hand correctly. That did.
140.
Beautiful.
131.
Absolutely
Robbie
delightful.
requires
Puts all the
38.
pressure. Decision to make on 38. Still don't think he made his decision. But he has now. He's looking. Well, I think he changed his mind a couple of times there. And once again, he looks uncomfortable. Doesn't know what to do here. He was going for double 19. Changed his mind. Was it a good decision?
Game shot on the third leg. Rob Grundy. Fourth leg, Rob to Faro first. Game on.
Yeah, this is a player who, from Hartlepool, Super League was his main local league in Hartlepool in the Super League.
140.
Very well respected. I was really proud of him when he made the decision. He got a little bit of sponsorship to go to Q School, had that
30.
success here at the Super Series, which gave him that energy and appetite to go and be a professional player. And despite the fact that he was unable to keep his card and unable to get through Q School this year, he's come round a much more all-rounded player now.
100.
And the opportunity for amateur players on that stage for a real big win. And that will be what Rob Grundy's target is for 2026.
140.
Wawrzewski trying to cling to the coattails, make sure he stays in this game.
$180.
It's his third 180 of the match.
100.
He really has put the afterburners on
require
Rob Grundy.
81.
He's now currently averaging a staggering 104.61. Again, the fact that his opponent's not on a finish means he can be nice and aggressive for double 18. That was for an 11 darter.
Game
This
shot
is
on the
really
fourth
good
leg.
stuff.
Rob Grundy.
Yeah, and he will be through if he wins this match. Taking it,
Fifth leg,
by
David
the
to
horns,
Faro first.
making
Game
sure
on.
he wastes no time in sealing qualification.
60.
And that 103 average is on the back of his last game last night, as I mentioned, which was 102 average. Murph, that's weekly winning form, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can see how good it is. That's
60.
Well, it's Pro Tour form, isn't it? And that's where he's been. 13, 14, 12.
140.
And look, Tommy Morris might be the standout player this week, but he's got that curse to break, hasn't he? 22 weeks since we saw a Group A winner win on a Saturday.
Unbelievable stat, isn't it?
91.
But I still think Modus will go into tomorrow night his favourite, though. Grundy, the way he's playing.
100.
I've got something to say about that.
Well, he could do Paul Nicholson's favourite thing here. No, not knock up a risotto. 350 and 6.
You might need to, because Wawrzewski is playing terrific in this leg here.
60.
On throw. 90 points ahead plus these.
$45.
Spoke to David a few times about his throw, but never really had a chance to have a real good chat with him. So I've really enjoyed his company this week as well. Genuinely nice guy.
It's blowing into the hands a little bit in the
83.
background there.
David, you require 156.
Trying to turn up the heat on Rob Grundy here.
41.
Oh, that's a bit of a slippy, sloppy one.
Yeah, scores of 45 and 41. Rob Grundy was out of this leg. If you can pull a rabbit out of the hat here, but it's only the second time he's done that tonight. It's almost like he's gripping onto that dart too much, and the dart just doesn't want to come out the hand.
76. David, you require 115.
And it's an important miss, the last one as well, because he would have been on something much easier. But 57 off there leaves 58, so double top.
95. Rob, you require 131.
I see so many players starting on treble 17. There's the snarl. He's had a good look at that treble 17. And he's hit it. Is it 2 darts, a double top?
71. David, you require 20. $10.
What an opportunity.
Robbie requires 60.
He did have a bounce out with his last dart, but all you can ask yourself is to get an opportunity to win a game and an opportunity to qualify for Saturday night. Can he see enough of it? Just moves across the hockey slightly.
20.
Well pitched, just didn't go in. Double 5
David, you require
for David
10.
Wawrzewski to at least delay what seems inevitable tonight. But Grundy is going to be back
6.
to grab his chance.
Rob, you require 40.
Tommy Morris already through this afternoon. Van Velzen and McKee, which will be the 3 players coming from Group B. Well,
Game
Rob
shot,
Grundy
man of
will
match,
be one of
Rob
them.
Grundy.
It's 5 wins out of 5. He looks really solid. The little fist bump tells you he will be delighted with qualification. There is a player who really fancies his chances. Round about that average of 90 to 95 throughout. Finished with a 93.61. The man from Hartlepool is playing some good stuff. As we just have a little look at the tail of the tape there. Missed opportunity for Wawrzewski. His doubling was excellent last night. That will need to improve. It's an old school game up next. It's Mark Dudbridge against Richie Burnett. You sense that this has to go for Lewis. He's got a chance at double 16. Just a little look over, focus on the double, brilliant. And listen to the crowd. He has got a big following in it.
For tops. He's done it again. Rinse and repeat. Johnny Haynes.
That's going to leave double top for our first ton plus, and he has hit it. Fantastic.
Double 20. It's Scott Campbell, the Brave.
And the series 10, week 6, Modus game. Third chance he gets. And it's going to be double 16. Oh, faithful he fires. But he has a break a throw.
I'm sure he'll quite fancy this. He's got the first one. He needs to miss that dart, which he does, either side, and finds that lovely. Thank you very much.
He's really found his aim right now for double 14. That's what I'm talking about.
Here to not mess about and just to hopefully win this title.
Bullseye is there to be hit, and the bullseye is hit.
But there's one that really stands out for me. I'm going to give you a series winner for 2026. Steve Lenham.
Treble 17, which he gets. Bullseye for the win. Absolutely incredible.
Oh, you just know.
Bang on cue. Come on, it's fishy time.
One more. This will be amazing.
Is it double top? Double 12.
As the champion, it's match start.
Will get a match start at the bottom. There it is.
The time is now.
A new champion will rise. These are nights as dart players you absolutely dream of.
Charlie Manby!
Well, this is what has happened so far this evening. A 4-2 win for Mark Dudbridge against Jose Justicia in the middle of the table. Just gives Dudbridge the edge there, third place, and Rob Grundy with a 4-1 win over David Wawrzewski means that he has qualified for finals night. Top of the table, has won all of his matches so far. And Grundy has got 10 points. That is enough to get him through. Wawrzewski looks likely to follow despite that defeat. However, he's now looking over his shoulder a little bit, isn't he? Because he's got two players breathing down his neck. And Mark Dudbridge is about to play Richie Burnett in the next game. Richie could even join the race as well if he can win this one, Glenn.
Yeah, because Richie Burnett wins this game and he's got Wawrzewski after that. I mean, we could be getting really tight. I mean, I did sort of write off Richie Burnett's chances of qualifying from tonight as well because of the night that he had yesterday. But if he probably knew what the circumstances were, he would give himself a little bit of hope. But it is a real old school clash with Mark Dudbridge, who I thought looked really good in his opening game.
Yeah, it was good stuff from him, and it looks like Grundy is going to be in this week's finals, but this is the lineup for the week 3 coming up from Monday morning. Archie Self, the 16-year-old sensation, is going to be joined by the much fancied Steve Lenham, fresh off the Pro Tour. Scott Campbell is joining them as well. Patrick Williams and Lars-Erik Lindgren from the European ADC Tour, and Radek Jaganski of Poland. In Group B, Paul Hogan, Carl Wilson and Johnny Haynes. In Group C features Lewis Gurney, Tommy Lishman and Aaron Gill. These weeks keep getting better and better, don't they, Glenn?
Well, I might be going over the top slightly here, but as a feel of a Champions Week, that one. And what I mean by that is I can think of a case for 5 or 6 players to be lifting that trophy. I think that's the best week we've seen for a while. I'm super excited for that one. As I am for the 2 players on the stage, I was mightily impressed with Mark Dudbridge in his opening game. I Just thought he dealt with Jose Justicia very nicely. I've enjoyed his demeanour. I've enjoyed his body language since he arrived tonight, despite the fact he was only on 2 points overnight. But for the character, the headline act of this Group B, last night couldn't have gone any worse for Richie Burnett. We saw the full repertoire of the leg kicks. The arms were in the air. We had a little bit of everything. He was brilliant on the 180s. Hit 8 of them. But in the middle of all that was some pretty average stuff from Burnett. He's got a lot to do, but the way that the league table's gone with the success of Rob Grundy, he's still got opportunities there. And it was a game that Mark Dudbridge won by 4 legs to 2 against Richie Burnett yesterday. Will we see some of the sparkling best from a player, let me tell you, in the mid-90s was for me the best player in the world. It really was. And we love him every time we see it at the Super Series.
First leg mark to throw first. Game on.
And the one thing that I looked at tonight in this Group B was the fact that Mark Dudbridge must have just looked at the timetable and the way these games...
68.
And he knew exactly what he was about. He's playing 3 of the first 5 games. He does have a long way to then play into the last one, but I think that given him an excellent opportunity. Now, job number 1 was
80.
to get past Justicia, and he did that with real aplomb, nice and cool, very calm throughout that. Whereas this time, he's got that expectation and accountability, because he'll go into this match with Richie Burnett as a favourite. And with darts like that 177, we could be seeing Dudbridge in another final come Saturday night.
100.
And thank you
57.
for those of you who have joined us on the YouTube channel, having seen the announcements across our social media. For those watching in areas like the UK, Germany, Switzerland, Austria and Denmark,
60.
where usually you can only watch exclusively on Pluto TV, we will be getting back on there at some point. So we'll give you fair warning before you're no longer able to watch on YouTube. For everyone outside of those territories,
45.
just stay where you are. For anyone that missed what happened in the previous match, it was a 4-1 win for Rob Grundy against David Wawrzewski. That secures
100.
qualification
Mark you require
for Grundy,
154.
joining Tommy Morris, Keanu Van Velzen and Richard McKee at finals night.
24.
It was such a good
Richie
start to this
require
leg from Mark Dudbridge. I thought it was just going to be a follow-on from his first victory, but scores of 57, 45 and 24. Has given Burnett a real opportunity. May go for the bullseye with the last one.
65.
I like that play.
Mark you
Guarantees him
require
at least a
130.
2-darter if he comes back with Dudbridge needing 130.
So Burnett will return for the 96. If he's had a little look at the league
40.
table before he's come out, he'll be thinking, well,
Richie
this ain't
require
over
96.
yet. It could become a real dogfight between the bottom 3. And that's a lovely dart for Burnett to get his teeth into this finish. Double 18.
Game shot on the first leg.
Absolutely
For
superb.
Richie Burnett.
Yeah, I've got to slightly disagree with you there, Murph. I've got a feeling that Burnett thinks the job's done. I
Second
don't
leg,
think he
Richie
thinks he can qualify
first.
from here.
Game on.
And that might be a good thing, because he was looking pretty tense at times. Very frustrated player. The arms were going all over. The leg kicks were going even worse than normal.
32.
And I think if he's thinking that it's almost an impossible task, he might just be able to play a more free-flowing game, more enjoyable game. Not put too much pressure on himself.
It was actually Dudbridge that did him a
60.
favour by beating Jose Justicia, but the main person Dudbridge did a favour for was himself.
Yeah, I do go back to something Matt Edgar once said. He said there's an awful lot of conversation. You can win matches in the players' area before you actually get onto
60.
the stage. So maybe people are saying you're not out of this yet, Richie. So it'll be interesting to see if he does qualify, how he was feeling early on tonight going into these games. This is good. This is brilliant.
180.
There's his first sign of frustration. We saw plenty of that last night, that's for sure.
54.
Yeah, there's many players who you play where you can hear the chitter-chat. I mean, Robert Thornton was up there with the very best when I played him, but Mark Dudbridge is just in that zone. Like I said, I've mentioned his focus tonight. I think he fancies
100.
his chances.
Yeah, on a finish after 9, that's kind of the gold standard. And that's where he is. 161.
85.
Won't have to go.
Mark, you require 161.
And those type of responses, certainly as a player, that's what you want to see when you play Burnett. That first leg and a bit was that professional side,
41.
no reaction. Could do with a big one here.
Yeah, especially after that score of just 41 there from Mark Dudbridge. If Burnett can find a 2 treble visit here, he's back in business in this leg, isn't he?
I
mean, you talk about preparation. You talk about your preparation of 3 darts. He was messing about with something next to that speaker there he adores. Dudbridge does like a Shanghai finish.
80.
Yeah, took one out against Burnett last evening. He seems to use the speaker as his own personal table as well, doesn't he? Put his towel on there.
28.
No
Mark,
reaction from Dudbridge,
40.
not getting involved, no eye contact.
Game shot in the second
These
leg.
two have been trading
Mark
blows
Dudbridge.
for over 20 years. The first time they played was at the PDC
Third leg, Mark
World
to
Championship
throw
stage.
first. Game on.
They've had some epic encounters. And they've even played very recently a Q School this year, a match that Richie Burnett won pretty comfortably. But it was Dudbridge that had
100.
bragging rights last night. And it's Dudbridge who seems to be on the march tonight.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a spring in his step, hasn't he? Strutting around the stage like he owns it.
60.
Whereas Burnett looks like he wants to be anywhere but here.
That's perfect for Mark. Again, I'm looking at the facial expression, not
90.
giving too much away, but the fact that that third one drifted there as well. This man will certainly give everything away. Surprised he didn't snap his neck at that point.
84.
I wonder if Richie Burnett enjoyed Nicholson's risotto.
Well, the funny thing was, he said he couldn't stand Italian food before tucking into it. More of a pot noodle man, I've heard.
Only when the radiators are warm enough. Better.
125.
But this is
Mark
good
to
for
require
Dudbridge. He doesn't need to
131.
mess about with starting on the 17s, as we saw earlier. That's much more sensible. 71 points left. 13s, you would think, will be the desired target. So if I've got my maths right, that leaves 59. And he'll be back
91.
for tops.
Only just in the segment he wanted there. Almost hit the double 19, but no harm done.
140. Mark, you require 40.
So to take the lead in the tie.
Game shot in the
And
third
Dudbridge
leg.
gets ahead.
Mark Dudbridge.
And he would go level on points with David Wawrzewski in second place. In fact,
Full
he'd go
flag,
above
Richie
David
to
Wawrzewski
throw
into
first.
second place.
Game on.
1 leg difference with a win in this one.
I mean, boy, did we look at the in-play table in that fascinating Group C today.
140.
But as that double top went in from Dudbridge, you can see him moving to there. And we talk about that motivational boost when he goes back to the players area. Because there is a TV in there, but the only thing on the TV that it shows is only the league table. And I think that chest will be out. You see, we mentioned the fact that he looks pretty sure about himself tonight.
100. $97.
Important exchanges here. Burnett needs to win this leg.
100.
Yeah, bang on 90 average for Mark Dudbridge at the moment. Beautiful and solid.
140.
Both down to a finish.
Richie require 161.
Burnett first.
Treble 17. Can Burnett bag the bullseye? Yes, he can. Brilliant. By Richie Burnett to level up this match.
Fifth flag, mark.
You just never know what to expect.
From the sublime to the ridiculous and back. Welcome to the world of Richie Burnett. That was a stunner.
121.
Darts is getting more and more famous, Glenn. I'd love to see him in some sort of reality show, wouldn't you? Which one would you stick him in?
100.
Love Island.
I don't think I can improve on that answer.
140.
Because he's lush.
$85.
And a little snigger there, Chris, because I've just heard the production's efforts there in my ears. I won't mention that one.
Yeah, unrepeatable, unfortunately.
100.
Surely it'd have to be Strictly, wouldn't it?
I was going to say, yeah, I wouldn't like to see his cha-cha-cha.
100. Mark, you require 140.
Good response here from Dudbridge. Steady tunt will be the target.
60.
Nothing wrong with those darts, Mark. He knows that. We'll be back for a very makeable finish to go one away.
Good dart that, though, from Burnett. He could be piling on the pressure here.
135. Mark, you require 80.
And in true Love Island fashion there, Glenn, he was heels over head, wasn't he? Top so for Dudbridge to break his heart. That's a dagger right in the centre of it. That was so good.
Sixth flag, Richie to throw first.
You don't often see a reaction from that man, but it was just a gentle little fist pump. He knows he's right in the mix right now, and it's a pretty read in the league table right now. It's been a good performance also from Richie Burnett, himself averaging over 92 right now. This is a proper game of darts between these two legends.
59.
Trying to use that as a bit of a help. Failed 55. To do so. Coming up next, the already qualified Rob Grundy takes on Jose Justicia. In need of a win.
41.
I'll tell you what, it's not getting easy for Justicia because that's the last person he wants to play.
$140. $41.
Well, he has left it. Bogey number here. In total and utter control of this game. Been pretty routine victory so far for Mark Dudbridge in his first game and Rob Grundy in the second game. But I think we're moments away for our first game to be going the distance.
57. Richie requires 68. $52.
Normally we'd start downstairs on 303, but as I've said many times, he's probably planning his attack for the next leg, or is he? Because that has left him a finish.
Yeah, just taps Richie Burnett on the shoulder.
Game shot on a sixth.
But he brushes it off.
Richie Burnett.
And we go to a decider.
Yeah, been a good game this.
7 for
both averaging 90.
And
just that advantage of Dudbridge throwing first. He puts himself in a terrific position if he can get over the line in this one. And there's that little nervy dart that he has. But he uses experience. He doesn't get affected by them. 1 treble visit. That will do nicely.
$140.
He's not happy with the last start, but he should be happy with the visit all told there, Richie Burnett. It makes Mark Dudbridge need to find at least 1 treble here.
60.
And he can't.
He's been the better player in this game, Mark Dudbridge, you feel.
He also can't leave a finish when he comes back, Mark Dudbridge.
43.
Nothing he hits will be enough.
Utter perfection. And the foundation was that first dart. He couldn't have placed it any better. Dudbridge's timing tonight has been immaculate. He's 6 darts away. Burnett is struggling.
$65.
Down to a 2-darter. Burnett needs a treble to get down to a finish.
100.
Finds it, keeps the door ajar.
Mark, you require 100.
But Mark Dudbridge on the back of that opening victory in game 1 over Jose Justicia. He's in a terrific position. He's got a match dart.
90. Richie, you require 148.
What a dart there is. Look at the reaction behind there from Dudbridge. It'll be a sign of relief right now. It's not in, Richie. I promise. What he is doing though, Murph, is making Dudbridge work. Can you see how he was prepared for himself? He's going to go through it. Had to go back to the water table.
Mark, you require 10.
This is Richie heading out, isn't it? For definite if this goes in. From Mark Dudbridge. Is there a last chance for Richie Burnett? Yes, there is.
Richie, you require 52.
Well, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with but a single step. Can Burnett take that step?
42.
He stumbles, he falters, and surely now it's game over.
Mark,
you maybe hear the disappointment from a couple of players in the players' area as well, because Mark Dudbridge is on a bit of a roll here tonight. It's Madhouse. Great mark. He thought it was in. It's
Game
2
shot.
wins out of 2 for Mark Dudbridge
Mark
tonight.
Dudbridge.
He doesn't often have a reaction, but that's what it means to him. That match had a bit of everything. It was vintage Dudbridge, and then all of a sudden Richie Burnett found some form in that game and himself had match darts. But it's the perfect start to the night for Mark Dudbridge. 2 important wins as we look at the tail of the tape. Nothing to separate them. 3 180s there from Dudbridge. That was deciding. Missed chances. But it's Dudbridge who's on the march. Next up, it's Grundy versus Justicia.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, brought to you live on our YouTube channel right now. We will be back on Pluto TV for the viewers who normally watch it there very, very soon. So do keep your ear out for that announcement, because you'll then no longer be able to watch on YouTube. Of course, if you do usually watch on YouTube in your area, your territory, then you can carry on doing so. The story of the night so far
First leg, Rob to
is this, the predicted, the predictable Rob Grundy. Carried on his winning march. He is through to finals night. The unexpected Mark Dudbridge has climbed up to second place and he's looking like joining him. David Wawrzewski is in third on 6 points, but Jose Justicia may be now in danger and might have to beat Rob Grundy here. He's on 4 points in fourth place, but with Grundy starting seemingly every leg tonight with a 180, that's going to be pretty tough, isn't it?
Rob Grundy's last 2 matches, there's 102 to finish the night off last night and 103 to start tonight.
55.
He's standing up to be counted. I must admit, Murph, I automatically thought Justicia would be there on Saturday night. It was a name that stood out for me.
95.
But at times when things are going against them, you could almost see the panic in there. It's tough on debut here. It takes players time to acclimatise. It's not easy to play through them games, and these are difficult moments.
96. 125. Rob, you require 170.
So 170 for Rob Grundy to take the opening leg in style, and he can show off a bit now if he wants. He's already through.
Yeah, there's nothing showboating about him tonight, and I must say, in this whole Group B campaign, it's just been pure business. But I have a feeling he won't be taking his foot off the accelerator pedal.
65.
Rob Grundy wants to go into tomorrow night with 8 wins out of 8. Treble 18 will be the dart. So 72 points left, 16s. Is the target area, and 16s are set to be back for double 12. Unless Justicia can pull a real special finish. He needs something. He needs to get himself going right now. And that 156 might be just that. That is the Justicia we were hoping to see this week. Will that be the spark to get him going?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant from Jose Justicia. Out of this world.
$57.
And once again, when you do have that big finish, that's when the adrenaline kicks in. But he's a player who has played at the very top. But Rob Grundy, I'm trying to work out how many times he started a leg with a 180 tonight. But add that one to the collection.
Another incredible.
41.
A maximum from Grundy to kick off both of the legs in this game. Now, as mentioned, if you are watching in the UK, Germany, Switzerland, Austria or Denmark, briefly on the Modus Super Series YouTube channel live, we will very shortly be ending the coverage here and returning to your normal home of Pluto TV. So do make sure you go back to the Pluto app on your smart TV or smart device. If you happen just to stumble on the YouTube channel tonight in one of those countries, it's your lucky day. Download the Pluto TV app and you can carry on watching live action from the Modus Super Series. And the way that Rob Grundy is playing tonight, you might see something special as well.
$95.
Yes, he's bounced back nicely in his second leg as Grundy after that very special 156 finish there from Justicia. I like that. He uses that first dart, just guides it above it. I think he expected the 140 from there. How much pressure will be on that 80 finish?
95.
It's better from the Spaniard.
80.
You sense it's not enough. Rob Grundy looks in the mood for double 10. This for a 15-dart breaker throw. He was broke in the first leg, but bounced back nicely in the second. Grundy means business.
Third leg, Rob to throw first. Game on.
And just one final reminder, if you are watching on the YouTube channel in the UK, Germany, Switzerland, Austria or Denmark, you must turn back to Pluto TV now. You won't be able to carry on watching here, but you can watch live and free on Pluto TV.
Disappointing start for Rob Grundy, just a 140 in this leg.
Yeah, that's brought his first 3 average down, hasn't it?
140.
I mentioned the fact that Rob Grundy ended the night with 102 average last night, 103 to start the day.
85.
Before them 3 darts, he was averaging over 101, but that 85 has reduced it slightly.
140.
Been a great week, the story of old Robert Grundy. Came on Monday, played well on Tuesday. Went to Group B on Wednesday, won all his games on Thursday.
95.
Qualified on Friday. Not sure yet what happened on Saturday, and then on Sunday he got a lift home with Glenn Durrant.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put me Craig David CD on the way home for him.
He had a rather better result on Wednesday, I believe.
Again, that's that perfect for him. If he does win the $5,000, the petrol expenses is going up though. I will remind him of that.
Jose, you require 121.
Yeah, I heard that Bentleys do guzzle it a bit, Glenn.
Yes.
27.
13 miles to the gallon. As
Robbie
Grundy looks at
76.
76. This was a finish that we saw so many efforts on Group C today. Needs to stay straight with the first. Treble is the bonus for double 8. He's looking a real top player right now, Rob Grundy. He leads 2 legs to 1.
Yeah, and Justicia must be thinking, what's he run into? I think if you look back at all of his matches, he's actually played quite well. The average that he would have hit in this group would have got you through. He'd have won you many more matches in most groups.
140.
And that's why you don't try things like that.
I was beginning to feel sorry for him until then.
They've thrown the last start. His head was spinning round as he was still on the pullback.
You're not going to go down the realms of me losing 8 and throwing away every single time, are you? You know,
wouldn't dream of it.
Good, good, good. He comes right across his face, doesn't he?
140.
It's telling me of his eye dominance. A real aimer is Rob Grundy.
84.
Replication equals consistency. And it's pretty much the same process. A little look down to the hockey. Then it's balance and posture. Then it's aim. Same again. And same again. Process after process.
60. $59.
Come on, Murph, is it going?
70.
I am going to say not a chance.
Come on, Granite. Let that grenade explode. Come on, Granite.
125.
Never in doubt.
Jose, you require 160.
160 Justicia. Just look at what you're throwing at, mate. Keep your eyes focused on the prize. Double top.
120.
What an exchange of play that was.
Robbie,
but neither
45.
could complete the enormous out.
But joking aside, it's still Grundy with 2 darts at a double 16. This for a 15 dart breaker throw and take real control of this game.
Shot on the
$1 million.
Rob
That's what Rob Grundy's looking like right now.
Fifth leg, Rob to throw first.
What a picture. What a picture. The face of Jose.
Game on.
You can see where his head's at. The fact that he tried that blind maximum at the start of that leg as well. Did you ever have you got a trick shot, Glenn?
100.
I know you're big on the exhibition circuit.
Do you know what? I used to put a piece of paper over the dartboard and at the bullseye.
Really?
Yeah, that was my sort of go-to. But once I did with 3 bullseyes.
Beautiful.
So I think that's my favourite shot. My worst shot was I did like a stag party and got him to put his hands sort of on the dartboard with the intention of throwing just so it looked good.
In between the finger, yeah.
No,
100.
it was going to be above, but it looked great at the back of there. But it came up my hand wrong. The dart stuck in his hand.
Oh dear.
Health and safety were all over it.
41.
What I needed was Henry Deacon with his really small hands, and I would have been absolutely fine.
I would like to try, let's stick Henry in front of the board with an apple on his head and see if you can...
Yeah. I mean, if he put his hands on the board, he still wouldn't cover the 25 and bull. It's just those teeny weeny little hands.
$140.
Just a reminder for the story of Rob Grundy. This is a player. I mean, he's 48 now and didn't really travel till round about he was 44, 45-year-old. This is a player who's been as good as this for a long, long time, and this is what the Modus Super Series offers players like Rob Grundy.
180.
Good response from the Spaniard. He's down to 1-2-1. Grundy's in the mood. 6 darts from 2-2-0 is very much a possibility here.
Yeah, Jose sinking in the quicksand. Grundy responsible for the disappearance.
140.
He is absolutely flying tonight, Rob Grundy. And is he just peaking at the right time? Is he the first player for Tommy Morris, who may well be watching at home, Glenn? Is he the first player that's given him something to worry about?
Absolutely.
69. Rob, you require 80.
5 wins out of 5, already qualified, but given every dart 100%.
And it may be about to become 6 wins out of 6.
Game shot.
Absolutely perfect from Rob Grundy, who once again produces a premier performance, an average well into 3 figures once again. And the grenade really has exploded into life for the Super Series in Group B. 101.96 in the end. Sensational stuff. Coming next, Burnett takes on Wawrzewski.
And welcome back to the Modus Super Series, live and free on Pluto TV. It's Group B action, and we're seeing a real masterclass tonight from the already qualified Rob Grundy. He's in a rich vein of form, a weekly winning form, 102 average in his opening game, and we're just seeing another masterclass. Backed on the fact that he lost the opening leg to a stunning 1-5-6 finish from Justicia, but Rob Grundy just went on a mission, averaging 101.96. He means business. Overnight, that man in your picture, David Wawrzewski, was sat pretty in second place. However, an opening defeat to Rob Grundy, which you may have sort of accepted that may happen. But I think this is a real plan of attack for David Wawrzewski. Richie Burnett, I thought, played at times, which is pretty typical of his Group B campaign so far. At times looked really good against Mark Dudbridge, but just couldn't get over that winning line. A real big game for that man in your picture, David Wawrzewski here. He could do with a winning and just cement that place of qualification.
Burnett has had his moments, hasn't he, over the last couple of nights, but none of them have turned into points. Rob Grundy, who we just saw get a 6th straight win, yet to lose. Burnett yet to win in Group B. His poorest return on a visit to the Super Series is really facing the prospect of losing all 8 of his matches. Can you provide any insight into that, Glenn?
I tried to butt in there before you got to that line. I had a feeling I knew where you were going with that one.
60.
Well, he certainly hasn't played as bad as I did on that stage, and the game between the pair of them yesterday was a game he could have and should have won, but it was a lovely 120 finish in that one from Wawrzewski. He did go the distance, and the timing from David was really good in that game.
By the way, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you stay tuned after tonight's live darts, because following the Group B action, Oki 2 Oven is our featured show, and it features that man, Richie Burnett.
60. David, you require 141.
He tells the famous pot noodle story in that episode. Paul Nicholson cooks a risotto, which apparently was beautiful. Steve Beaton enjoyed the company and the food. And Owen Binks is there as well.
Yeah, not the easiest thing to make, a risotto.
86. David, you require 101.
Here we go on the 101 finish. Options, treble 19, you think. Just a little bit scrappy
69.
here.
Richie, you require 56.
A chance for Burnett for an early holder throw.
Topsy wants to do so.
16.
But he fails to find it. And it seems to have been the story of his campaign.
Yeah, his Dublin average was poor last night. He was 1 from 9 in his first game. Wawrzewski has to take advantage. I'm 16. Not confident the way he's playing the dart tonight,
Richie, you require 40.
I think he's rushing to get those 2 points he feels he needs to get that secured qualification. And Burnett, quietly but effectively, finds that tops.
Second leg, David to throw first. Game on.
Could it go wrong for Wazzy still tonight? Justicia has Burnett to play in his next game. He could
60.
go level on points. Wawrzewski could end up with a worse leg difference after that match as well. It's not a certainty that he's going to progress yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but
95.
He has come here to the Modus Super Series on the back of some bad personal news, you know. But I tried to chat with him yesterday. Sometimes you've got to take that heartbreaking
41.
news and turn that into a positive. You know, be inspired by, let that motivate you. And so even on the back of his shirt tonight, he's got, I mean, even the colour of his
43.
flights and everything. You can just see the flower there. The colour of the flights and stems mean an awful lot to him. So he has to find them. He used it to real good effect last night. But 30. This doesn't look like the same player tonight, Murph, and I'm slightly concerned right now for him.
Yeah, and with playing a player that hasn't won, of course, comes a little bit of pressure, doesn't it? Because they become the player that you're expected to beat.
And very similar with the Group C today, Carl Wilkinson is not a player who should have been in 6th place because he's a top player.
60.
So he then became that that dangerous spoiler. And Richie Burnett is not a player who's going to lose 8 out of 8. That I'm confident about this Group B campaign. He looks the better player right now in this game.
100. $60. Richie require 170.
Well, he's had a 161 tonight, Burnett. Can't add the 170, but can try and leave it handy.
90.
He'll be okay with that last dart there. We've just seen the 80 finish, very comfortably put away by Rob Grundy.
No, I do like that from Wawrzewski, because in this game he has been all over the place. Let's call 24. It like it is, and he's just stopped, reset, refocus. He seems to be looking for a familiar starting place on the hook. He just doesn't look comfortable. And it's getting even less comfortable now for Wawrzewski, because Richie Burnett, without a win to his name, is halfway there against Wazzy, who's certainly not on fire in this darting duel.
Yeah, it's one-way traffic right now.
140.
Wawrzewski won't want to hear. He turned his back. He was just having a little chat to himself, like I said, just trying to motivate himself, G himself. And already that's his best start in this match.
100.
Can that be the start for him? Or is Burnett going to run away with this game?
An intriguing encounter, but we did see David Wawrzewski last night have plenty of slow starts in games and come back and win them.
Yeah, actually, that's a great point, because that was exactly the situation
58.
with his very first game. And then he went on, he really did hit a purple patch and put together 4 terrific legs. He needs something like that right now.
100. $56.
We do unearth some stars at the Super Series. Many of them have gone on to get tour cards and do great things on the hockey, but also finding future talent as well, aren't we? Andrew Culling doing a great job as referee over the course of the last couple of days.
Yes, absolutely. I'd like to back that
26.
up as well. And
Richie
can eat a
require
Turkish meal
152.
quicker than I can. Sheesh.
100.
I'm not going to comment on that, because I can't remember getting invited to that one.
Yeah, we don't invite the boss. Come on now.
135. Richie require 52.
So 52 for Burnett for 3-0.
Game shot in a third leg.
And playing with that
Richie
freedom,
Burnett.
but largely because his opponent has not ignited at all in this game.
David
Just watching him at the hockey every time, looking down towards the hockey. I wouldn't be certain he's standing in the same position every time. I think he's looking for something. He's trying to change during the game.
Yeah, he will have the opportunity to go back and reset again. It's not over for him, but it has a similar feel to what we were chatting about with Keanu Van Velzen to do.
85.
Was cruising for qualification and lost his first 3 games today. He found something from somewhere. Wawrzewski is in that situation right now, because
45.
this is looking about as comfortable we've seen in a game in this Group B campaign.
Yeah, and it's the guy who hasn't won yet.
140.
Richie Burnett could put himself 4 points behind David Wawrzewski.
60.
2 games for each of them to play, and have a better leg difference if he wins this match 4-0.
41.
I mean, there's brinksmanship, and then there is Mission Impossible.
42. David, you require 158.
Well, this leg has been pretty straightforward so far for David. It could get even better.
126.
Surprised at that last one. Sensible. But a 158 really would have got him going. Maybe would have just given that added belief.
22.
But when he hits this
David
double
required
16,
32.
he'll probably look up and say, that's why you've got the mic, Glenn.
Game shot on the fourth.
Have a look
leg.
up, David.
David Wawrzewski.
Much, much better.
Fifth leg, Richie to throw first. Game on.
I was about to say we haven't seen an awful lot of animation from Richie Burnett in this game.
81.
Maybe based on the fact that he was cruising at 3-0 up. But that first dart into the 5, we saw a slight reaction. How are we going to see a reaction from David Wawrzewski? We called it Mission Impossible, but he is on the board.
And the results are in from Milton Keynes tonight, by the way,
30.
those of you who have been with us watching the Super Series may not be aware of what's happened at the
60.
Winmore World Masters, but I'll tell you, Luke Woodhouse, a 3-0 winner over Martin Schindler. Ross Smith beating Jimmy Van Schie, well known to our viewers, but Smith getting that one 3-1. Danny Noppert, a 3-1 winner against
60.
Darryl Gurney. Rob Cross seeing off Ryan Searle 3-1. World Championship semi-finalist, of course, Searle. And then a win for Josh Rock against Connor Scott. Luke Littler beating Mike DeDecker. They were actually level in legs, but Littler winning that 3-2 in sets. Luke Humphreys beating Dave Chisnell 3-1. And the People's Champion, Stephen Bunting, getting a 3-1 win over Jeffrey de Graaf.
Yes, bragging rights I've got over Henry Deegan again. He fancied Jeffrey de Graaf to win that final game over Stephen Bunting. I'll remind him of that
41.
when I see him.
He was having a de Graaf. Tonight,
83.
we will complete the field for finals night, 7:30 on Saturday. Myself, Glenn and Laura Turner will take you through the evening's entertainment. Always a great night.
99.
But is David Wawrzewski going to be there?
Well, it's looking unlikely he's going to win this game. 88 points left for Richie Burnett. For double 14. Routine, one-way traffic. Richie Burnett gets his first 2 points in this Group B campaign. And David Wawrzewski was looking absolutely sensational last night, winning his opening 3 games. Now has issues. He has got to go back, reset. He needs to be better than that if he was looking for qualification. But much better from Burnett. It's first against second next. It's Dudbridge versus Grundy.
Welcome back to the action in Group B. That's what we've seen so far. A couple of wins for Mark Dudbridge, a couple of wins for Rob Grundy, and a first win of the group for Richie Burnett in that previous game against David Wawrzewski. Those two players who haven't lost yet tonight, Dudbridge and Grundy, are about to do battle next. And Grundy, well, he's already through. Top the table, he's got twice as many points as anybody else in this group. Dudbridge sitting pretty in second place after a fantastic start to his evening, a fantastic first half to his evening, and he's looking to progress to finals night himself. David Wawrzewski sits in third place, but Jose Justicia takes on Richie Burnett next, and we could see a situation in the league table where three players are all tied on 6 as we get near the end. That's if Grundy wins this match, but the way he's played, he's been so much better than anybody else in this group. You'd expect him to do so, Glenn, I'm sure.
Well, you would, but if there's one player, if he was going to stop that, it will be Mark Dudbridge. Like I said, not necessarily the actual quality in the statistics, but he is a tough nut to crack, and he looks really happy within himself and his game. That's a term he actually used yesterday, despite the fact of not having success at Q School and Challenge Tour. Feels happy about his game. But Grundy is not only looking good, he's looking like someone who can be lifting that title come Saturday night.
First leg, Mark.
Maybe Tommy Morris might have something to say about that.
Yeah, the lineup is getting closer to being completed. We have 4 of the 6 now. Morris, Grundy, Van Velzen, McKee. A win here for Dudbridge, and
83.
You look a certainty to join them. Seems 8 points is going to be enough in this group.
And that's why I think Dudbridge will be nice and relaxed in this one. The expectation is that Grundy will continue with this incredible performances that he's put. I mean, some of the averages, 103, 102, 101. I mean, that's some good stuff. But I think Dudbridge can actually really enjoy this game,
59.
knowing that he's still got another huge battle to come later on tonight.
$60.
Well, one thing I would say about an elite sportsman and the way that Rob Grundy, I put him in that bracket there, is that it's very difficult to continue it. There's going to be a moment, there's going to be a time when he doesn't hit the dizzy heights of these 100-plus averages he's banging in. And maybe it will be in this game against Dudbridge.
Particularly with his style, Glenn, because it does require effort, doesn't it? He's not one of those sort of free-flowing, fast-throwing players. He does really put every bit of concentration, takes care and attention with every dart. The technique is, I don't want to say forced, but it's certainly
85.
A process.
I get the feeling he's learnt an awful lot for those couple of years on the professional tour as well. Learnt a lot about himself.
Pretty much. And I've seen coaches teach this. He pretty much points his index finger at the target after he releases the dart.
Well, you say coaches, but I remember Phil Taylor actually saying that.
100. Robbie requires
certainly
42.
not a style I would suggest, but it's certainly working for Grundy right now.
Double 16, will it work here? He could try and stack on that. Is it close enough to do so?
10.
Probably not quite.
Mark, you require
Dudbridge has had this habit of being second best in legs and then pulling out a difficult finish. Decided not to start on the bullseye, so he needs a treble. Doesn't happen. The frustration's there. You won't expect Grundy to miss double 16. He's
42.
been mustard on this.
Robbie require 32.
Now that one is close enough. And that is expertly executed
Rob Grundy.
by Rob Grundy to take the lead once again.
Second leg, Rob to throw first.
And I guess another indicator of how well Grundy's playing is it's just a 17 darter.
And just to go back on what we were saying, just have a look at the index finger as the dart is released, pointing straight at the target.
57.
And the good thing for Grundy, what I would say, Meth, is he probably doesn't even realise he's doing it. The problem that you get when you get into those, you use the word process, you start pointing
57.
at the dartboard and forgetting to throw the dart, if that makes sense. It's almost like that style over substance.
Yeah, there are many players that have completely got themselves all at 6s and 7s through
60.
over-analysis.
I'm not embarrassed to say I forgot how to throw a dart in 2022. It's so frustrating. That is such an easy game as well. You can look back and look at it and think, you know, what on earth was I thinking about? But when you're
57.
challenging yourself, when you're striving for excellence, when you're looking for 1%, you know, you'll try and do things. But I'll say to any dart player, look at that treble 20. You said it earlier when we were looking at Justicia on the 160. And just let that
60.
instinct, just let that natural throw do what it needs to do.
Yeah, ask Bobby George how to throw darts. It's quite a simple reply. Look at what you're throwing at and throw at what you're looking at. And that's what happens.
180.
As Bobby might say, that was lovely jubbly.
$40.
Yeah, he's had a couple of bounce out, hasn't he? So he's got that really flat dart, and I think there's a little bit more of a flatter performance here from Grundy. I think the pair of them play at a pace that probably don't suit each other because it's round about the same pace they're playing at. It was a 4-2 victory for Grundy over Dudbridge yesterday in a match that we call very professional, very solid, because he averaged exactly 94 that game.
140.
Well, good reparation there.
114.
Dudbridge looking for a check out. We've already seen him take out, in fact, the first leg of the night this went, but he won't go here.
$10. Robbie require
Hasn't made much
144.
progress at all. Could go 18s, could go 20s. Oh yes, 54 off. Leaves him 90. And another would have left him 36.
$72 left. I think he thought he needed 86 there. So he'll go back to his 16s. It's been pretty
88.
hot on that treble 16.
Mark, you require 104.
But after that horror show of only scoring 10, Dudbridge going from bad to worse here, but what a dart that is.
84.
Just the
Rob, you
accelerator
require
on the
56.
follow-through of that last dart was non-existent. Grundy, big chance here. He hasn't been at his sparkling best so far,
Game
but he
showing the
leads
second
by
leg.
2 legs to
Rob
0.
Grundy. Third
We've
leg,
seen
Mark
his
to
A-game,
throw first. Game on.
But I always say for any dart player as well, it's nice to win ugly as well. It's nice to not be at your best, and Rob Grundy is 20 points off his average he's been doing in his last 3 games.
And we could be getting some real late-night darting drama. As a result of Grundy being so good, it means it's congested in the middle of the table. A victory here for Grundy, followed by a win for Jose Justicia against Richie Burnett
60.
next, would mean that Dudbridge, Wawrzewski and Justicia would all go into the final round of fixtures on 6 points. A win for Grundy here and a win for Burnett in the next game means that the bottom 4,
97.
second to 5th, will just have 2 points separating them going into that last round of fixtures. This could get very, very interesting indeed.
Yeah, that man, Rob Grundy, he wants 8 out of 8.
140.
You would think he's thrown for this leg for qualification, and that's much credit to him. Incredibly professional.
140. 60. Mark, you require 124.
Well, there may yet be a way back for Dudbridge. He's got 6 darts from 124. No need to go for the bull.
99.
I might regret doing so, you know. Would have been coming back with a double of his choice and 3 darts at it. Instead, he's having to tidy up 25.
Yeah, pretty old school decision there from Dudbridge, but I think it's a little shake of the head almost.
100.
Like you probably thought Grundy was on a finish.
Mark,
It looks
you
like he's in that
require
zone where
25.
he's focused on his own game right now. But it's double A to get into this match. Good marker. Excellent
Game on the
finish.
third leg.
Dudbridge
Mark
reduces the deficit.
Zipped that one in, didn't he? Into
Fourth
the
leg,
double.
Rob to throw first.
Grundy on
Game
throw,
on.
though, hoping to restore a 2-leg cushion. Following this, Burnett versus Justicia. Following the live darts, Burnett, Beaton and Binks.
91.
Took it in to an Italian.
What a mixed triples that is.
$135.
Go on then, Glenn. Richie Burnett, Steve Beaton, Owen Binks. Befriend 1, avoid 1, delete 1.
Delete Owen Binks. Befriend Owen Binks.
140.
What was the third one?
Avoid.
And avoid Owen Binks.
59.
You know, we had a good conversation today about the pace of matches this week. It's felt a little bit laboured at times, but actually when we've been crunching the numbers, Chris,
100.
you know, the performances have been really good. And you just get the sense of this game. It feels like a lull. But both players are mid-80 averages, which a lot of the players have been winning matches with that.
100.
It's just maybe the pace
Robbie
sucks
require
out what you
170.
think is the real quality.
Grundy missed the bullseye for the 170 checkout earlier on tonight. He may get another go. Can't get another treble.
98.
I think that reaction tells you would have gone for the bullseye on that combination finish. Dudbridge started this leg well. He's going to leave a finish.
97.
A half decent finish, but
Robbie
Grundy has
requires
been
72.
superb on this type of finish. We know he likes to start in the 16s on 72. He'll stay there for 1 dart at tops and 1 dart to go 3-1 up.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Rob Grundy.
Very nicely done. A 2-leg lead.
Fifth leg.
One
Mark
away.
to
Nice
throw
15
first.
darter from
Game
Grundy.
on.
They've both been good tonight. But Grundy has been even better than this for most of the night. And Mark
59.
Dudbridge might just be kicking himself for not being a little closer in this game.
$99. $95.
Nice and steady from Dudbridge. 2 180s in this game so far.
$81.
Well, quite often we've seen 3-2-1 in the score column for Rob Grundy, but
60.
most of the time after one visit.
Yeah, the reason I highlighted those 180s is that his timing's been great in this Group B. I was fully expecting another one to come, but that's really good. We talked about how flat them darts
100.
are and how awkward it can be. And he has mastered that over the years, where he can just use that first dart that goes above the treble 20, that understacker dart, but still find the treble.
100.
Six darts, from 2-2-1 for his 7th win on the spin in this Group B.
57. Rob, you require
The match
164.
score gets Dudbridge down to a 130. Far more makeable than a 164, but the way Grundy's gone about his business tonight, you wouldn't put this past him. Well, it's past him now.
Yeah, I like this play. He'll go up to the 20s.
64.
And at least take the 64 points off.
Mark, you require 130.
Not only is he playing well, he's thinking well up there. But Dudbridge is that type of player from nowhere. We'll get him back in this game, and that 130 is another sublime finish.
Now, when it works for Mark Dudbridge, it just looks luxurious, doesn't it?
Game on.
A real Rolls Royce throw. The darts just sit right in the top of the treble, standing up, almost making it bigger.
Yeah, my experience on the seniors was not a very pleasant one, and was often stood
100.
behind. And as you say, that Rolls Royce throw of Mark Dudbridge, he's very likeable, very, very respectful on and off the hockey.
100.
A little increase in pace there, Murph, as well, so he can be quite adaptable in games.
Yeah, he's quickened. Rob Grundy will keep doing everything the same. Rhythm doesn't have to be fast, does it?
180.
Rhythm has to be the same. Replication. Like I said, forget where the darts are landing there. You watch it and you'll know where the darts are going.
78.
Because there was a bit of the good, the bad and the ugly in those 3 darts. You don't get that with Grundy.
And already 150, 180s hit over the course of this week.
105.
Again, they're just making a decision to make the checkout very, very slightly easier.
85.
1-2-1. It would have been, and he stayed at 116. Doesn't need a bullseye at the end of it.
Yeah, he's thinking. His decision making is clear. There's Day up there. He'll use that dart. Just nestle on top of it. Just a little ricochet off that first dart. 81 points left. Dudbridge way back on 238.
$60.
Yeah, once again, utilising the middle of the board to good effect.
60.
Rob Grundy has been the standout performer. He's already through to Saturday night. He's already got 6 wins out of 6. It's tops for 7 out of 7.
Could be tricky.
Game shot.
But he's managed to find a way, and he's found a way in every single match he's played in this group. Robert Grundy continues to run riots in Group B, and that means that there is danger for Dudbridge. Everybody else is in the mix to join Grundy. Stay with us. Burnett, Justicia next.
And welcome back to the Modus Super Series for this Group B action, live and free on Pluto TV, where Rob Grundy is just looking sensational right now. If you were with us just before the break, another 4-2 victory, this time over second place Mark Dudbridge, and it's 7 wins out of 7 for the man from Hartlepool. We'll keep you updated with all the permutations that's going on, based on the fact that with Grundy running away with this one, it is very congested for the places of qualification for second and third. But one permutation we do know is if Richie Burnett loses this game,
first leg, Richie
he is out.
First. Game on.
And I just feel, Murph, that for Jose Justicia, I'm surprised he's still getting his opportunities because he hasn't been good in this Group B campaign. I was expecting better. I keep waiting for his best performances. But right now, Burnett is producing some of his best stuff.
Almost a perfect start. But a two big treble visit for both players. Yeah, just going back to how good Grundy's been, I think the stat that actually illustrates it the most and the best, Glenn, is if you look at the league table, he's on plus 18 on his leg difference. He's the only player with a positive leg difference. Everybody else on minus.
140.
It could get feisty, this one, because Justicia is taking his darts out very slowly. He's in that zone of a player where I know what he's doing. It's not intentional. He's just trying to stay incredibly focused right now because he is that type of player. This is what I wanted to see from him. He's such a really good player.
140.
And this is an excellent start to this match.
No doubt that he's feisty, Glenn. He had an argument with the photograph of his wife earlier tonight.
93. Jose,
but this
you
would be
86.
a fabulous start. Treble 18. Can't find it, but he does get a go at the ball.
61.
Burnett's done well to stay in this leg.
Richie,
this is the best I've seen of Richie Burnett. He's on the back of his first win in this group. Needs the treble up.
$52. Jose, you require 25.
So 25, plenty of choices. Choose as the most common one. 9 for double 8.
Game
no problem whatsoever.
Jose Justicia.
Lovely start. 14 dart to break a throw. Looking
Second
focused.
Leg, Jose to Faro first.
Is it an argument or a kiss? The good news is they're back in friends.
Oh, Burnett made to wait while Justicia completes the pleasantries. And that's a perfectly pitched first start. Well, the kiss brought the look.
It was all about feel there, the wrist doing the work there. Sometimes it just felt a little bit forced, a little bit difficult.
100.
But this is good. Can he continue? It just looks so much better, more relaxed. You expected him. There's been an awful lot of panic coming to his game at certain stages. And I do highlight the fact that he's on debut. Don't care where you've been, it just feels different. It's a different style.
60.
You're on your off games, it's the long nights. But is he saving his best till last?
Well, a reminder of the situation. Burnett out with defeat.
96.
And a win for Justicia would mean that Dudbridge, Jose and David Wawrzewski would all be on 6 points in second, third and fourth place. Only 2 of them can qualify.
41. Jose, you require 125.
Yeah, this is how Group B should be. I was about to say I can guarantee he'll hit at least a 25 because he's a real top soft tip player. But missed the necessary target, but set up playing plan B absolutely
93.
perfect. The Spaniard looking good.
I have to say, it's in David Wawrzewski's hands. He's still got 2 games left after this. Everyone else has only got 1, and he plays the 2 players that he's battling it out with.
100. Jose, you require
it's in his
32.
hands. This for a 2-0 lead.
Game
Great
shot
marker.
second leg.
Beautiful execution. Justicia leads 2-0.
Third leg,
Yeah,
Richie
really
to
important
throw
this
first.
for
Game
Jose.
on.
Final game will be against David Wawrzewski. It could come down to that, you know. It could be a straight fight to see who goes through. Plays Mark Dudbridge next, does Wawrzewski. Then Rob Grundy will sign off against Richie Burnett, looking to
100.
complete the card in the group.
And it is still mathematically possible for Burnett to qualify, but of course has to be immaculate from here.
56.
Yeah, and I think in this group, looking at it before the group started, I
140.
don't know if you agree with this, but I wouldn't have been surprised to see any of the players qualify. But there were two players that I would have been surprised not to qualify, and that would have
58.
been Rob Grundy and Jose Justicia.
I was going to say it, well, they're my two.
Yeah, so Justicia was favourite as well before a dart was thrown with the odds compilers. That obviously changed when Grundy won
57.
all of his matches on night one. And he's on course here, Justicia, for
55.
another win. But the big question on everybody's lips is, Glenn, what were you going to say?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, something went down the wrong hole. But yeah, they were the two players for me. I would have been surprised. And like I said, Grundy's been magnificent. I've been waiting for a performance
60.
from Justicia. But a lot this week where players have come out and gone into a 2-0 lead, but then haven't then saw out the job. And that's exactly the situation that we've got right now here for Jose, but that's much better.
Richie require 144.
But it's 6 starts for Burnett from 144.
I've seen that quite a lot
41.
as well. Players in that kind of range and then a really scrappy shot.
Can I give you my theory?
Go ahead.
That your mind is thinking, I've got 6 starts, just keep it straight. I've got 6 starts.
96.
And do you remember that Bobby George? Look at the
Richie
target. It's
require
almost like it goes out
103.
the window. That's my theory, and I'm sticking by it. That's a beautiful dart. 46 points left. 6 of the 10 area. Maximise the area for double top.
Game's
Excellent
on the
dart from
third
Burnett.
leg. Richie Burnett.
Yeah, halves the gap. 2-0 becomes
Fourth leg,
2-1.
Jose to throw first. Game on.
And this has been a problem for Steve. So he has become embroiled in battles that maybe
135.
he should have coasted away with.
Yeah, this is the best he's thrown the dart, though, Chris. And what I'd like you to look at on Justicia is just the feel of the way he's thrown the dart. We've sort of that panic where he's sort of running around, getting to the hockey quick.
140.
It seems a bit more gentle, doesn't it? A little bit sort of more placed rather than pushed.
It's almost like you don't want to be gripping onto that dart. And that's what anxiety and tension can do. Nerves can make you grab
60.
hold of that dart. So when you're releasing the dart, your hand's not opening quickly. So you want to have control of the dart and the feel of the dart. And that's what I'm seeing from the Spaniard at the moment.
Well, I was told by a former pro, I'm not going to name him yet in case you disagree, but that it was one of the most common things that
125.
dart players get wrong is holding the dart too tight.
And when people say hold it like a feather, I'll disagree as well. You want to be holding it strong enough there. You've got control of the dart.
139.
We'll have to do a masterclass on grip one day.
Let's do it. Can Justicia keep his grip on this game? 167 when he comes back, and Burnett breathing down his neck.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go away because the 137
100.
leaves the awkward
Jose
99 finish.
167.
Let's finally balance this one. Needs a treble.
60. Richie require 136.
So 136. Nowhere near the intended target.
41.
And that little trend continues. Big three-figure finish
Jose,
and
you
then
require
a score in the
107.
40s.
Yeah, I think Justicia's got away with one here. 88 points left. Should stay there.
59.
He's a two-darter, but Burnett's
Richie
made a
required
bit of a mess.
95.
Scores a 60 and 59 from Jose, but that 41 from Burnett could and should have been better. He was going to get an opportunity. An opportunity is not taken. Big chance. These are big moments here for Jose.
Huge.
Jose, you require 48.
Really has to hit. Double 16. 2 darts at it. And he finds it with the last. So Burnett on the brink of elimination. Justicia causing carnage in the middle of the field.
Richie to throw first. Game on.
Well, if looks could kill. And the first treble in this leg was a kiss
30.
from Justicia.
Well, I didn't see what the issue was all about there, but there are two feisty players. And I think from Richie Burnett, I mean, the double 16 that went in did crunch into that second dart, but, you know, that's what dart players do. You go down the line of that first dart, you're going to get a ricochet and it goes in. But these are two players who will wear the heart in the sleeves, and it's Burnett right now who seems to almost have lost his head just a little bit. Massive chance here for Jose Justicia. He's effectively taken the darts now. Just one treble a visit is the target. Second's the bonus.
85. $55.
Well, shades of Anderson Price there, because Richie was still at the end of the hockey and Justicia was stood right behind
100.
him, waiting for him to move. I haven't seen anything in this match that has suggested it was simmering in any way, but it's suddenly come to the boil, Glenn.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of frustration with Richie Burnett. You can understand why. And that double 16 that went in, you could see it clattered into the other dart and goes in. Some days they don't. You know, that's darts. It's just simple. But you've got two feisty people up there where, yeah, if looks would kill at that point, Justicia needs to stay professional. He's put himself in a fabulous position here. It's all about getting to Saturday night.
Well, we know
29.
that it was going to be a big ask
Jose,
for
you
Burnett
require
to get through, but
116.
it looks like we are finally going to see the last nail in the coffin as far as his chances are concerned. Any moment
80.
now.
Yeah, lovely last dart there. He's been the better player throughout.
$60. Jose, you require 36.
So to get the win that makes the end of this night certain to deliver drama. Double 18.
18.
Oh, that last dart's really nasty because he's going to come back for double 9 now. Burnett will be on a finish, I assume.
And it's interesting, if he's not down to a finish, the strategy might change here on this 18. He might split.
82.
So decision to make
Jose, you
here
require
for
18.
Justicia. Looks like he is splitting. That's nice and brave for double 8.
10.
Can't cross the line, and that has been a problem for him in this group.
144.
Could he? Will he? Oh, he's going to, isn't he? Oh, that would have hurt. It really would have hurt.
Now is the time.
Jose, you require 8.
Currently Saturn 4 points. He's got a couple of players above Saturn 6 points. All of a sudden he's battling with himself. Can he put himself in a good position for qualification?
6.
Everything but. And that resigned smile
Richie,
reappears on his face.
12.
We haven't seen it much tonight. But Burnett, from
Game showing the
nowhere,
fifth leg.
has stolen
Richie
that
Burnett.
leg. Huge apology. Friends again now.
Sig flag, Jose to throw first.
You know, I don't
Game
often
on.
agree with apologising for winning a leg, but I think on that occasion it might have been merited, Glenn.
$60.
If Burnett wins this game, the two happiest players will be the two in the players area, Wawrzewski
26.
and Dudbridge. Now Burnett, now Justicia, you can see him, he's just itching to get to the hockey. Remember that panic when I said he's not so good? He's looked good when he's just been a little bit more measured,
93.
a little bit more relaxed.
Dudbridge and Wawrzewski coming up next, by the way.
$100.
8 points is going to be enough to qualify, isn't it? So the winner of that will go through.
60.
Hang on, mate. Will they? Maybe not, actually. Dudbridge could get to 8 by winning it, and then Justicia. Yeah, no, I think they will. Yeah,
140.
One thing I've learnt over the years, Murph, is leave you to do the permutations.
Yeah, sorry, thinking out loud there, ladies and gentlemen, but I think we got there in the end. It's always good to show you working.
180.
Now, is he going to get there in the end? Because that 180 leaves him 108. He does not want to be going to a last leg decider here, especially when he'd be throwing second in it.
Well, behind him, he's really pulling out some shapes right now. He's throwing his arms about.
56.
But he's got a massive opportunity.
Jose, you require
Feels like
108.
take two, this. Treble 16. We'll stay there.
52.
Well, once again, then, Jose Justicia
59.
finds himself approaching
Jose,
the
you
checkered
require
flag.
56.
Burnett standing on the tungsten trapdoor. Justicia with his hand on the lever.
36.
And he built himself up into a frenzy, didn't he?
Yeah, 2 tenths. That's
Richie, you require 120.
the way he plays the dart. A part of me was thinking it's a good thing for him. He's through the relaxed darts that didn't work on the doubles. Oh, here we go again.
90.
This match has had absolute everything, apart from that winning moment for Justicia. Is this the moment now? I don't want it to take too much time.
No. He looks like a boxer that's sort of punch drunk here. Going through all the motions and all
Jose,
the
you require
emotions.
20.
2 tenths with the previous visit. 2 tens to win the match. A pair of 5s. Oh, he's gone inside. Can't afford to do that.
No score.
And I haven't even
Richie, you require 30.
made a tally of how many match darts he's missed, Glenn. But it's 15 doubles in the game.
This is far from a gimme. He could be coming back. He
15.
is coming back. Because that is a missed opportunity.
Jose, you require
An
20.
opportunity knocks once again for Justicia. For me, forget the histrionics, throw those darts.
Yeah, just get to the hockey. He's putting himself through unnecessary anguish here. I've never seen Burnett stand so still behind him.
He's in the naughty corner. It's detention for Burnett.
But this needs full attention from Justicia. Finally,
Shot and a match. Jose Justicia.
the look of relief. And even Richie Burnett says he got there in the end, pal. It is the end for Burnett. He's out. He won't be making it through to finals night. Justicia still might be, but he's making hard work of it, isn't he? Rob Grundy has run away with this group, but we now have 3 players all tied on 6 points, and only 2 of them can go through. Jose Justicia, after beating Richie Burnett, will return to take on David Wawrzewski. But Wawrzewski has his penultimate game next. He faces Mark Dudbridge.
It's all getting very exciting here at the Modus Super Series because that is how tight qualification is at the Modus Super Series for this Group B campaign. And if you're with us just before the break, Justicia somehow got over the line. He missed match start after match start. And look at the points tally for players in 2nd, 3rd and 4th position. It means that the next game between David Wawrzewski and Mark Dudbridge means the winner of this game will qualify and be our 5th playthrough on Saturday night. But it also means that the loser of the game is not guaranteed not to qualify. So 3 games to go, so much to play for. And for David Wawrzewski, he's had time to reflect on the previous game. It was his weakest game of the Group B campaign so far, searching for his first win of the night against Mark Dudbridge, who continues to impress. His only defeat so far has been against Rob Grundy, who has been absolutely unbelievable, but a very exciting conclusion to what's been a fascinating Group B, Murph.
Absolutely, yeah. And as Glenn Durrant alongside me just said, the winner of this one goes through, but very different scenarios for them after this game. Whoever loses isn't out, but for Mark Dudbridge, it would be an anxious wait. He's run out of games after this, so needs things to go his way.
First leg, David to Farofa.
And as for
game on.
David Wawrzewski, if he loses the game, well, he's got the opportunity to repair the damage because he takes on Jose Justicia, the other man in this 3-way fight, in the last match of the evening.
81.
Between the 2 matches, we'll see the unbeaten Rob Grundy look to complete a perfect Group B campaign when he faces the already eliminated Richie Burnett. But the winner of this one will qualify for finals night tomorrow.
$100.
It's already a better start for Wawrzewski because he was very poor in his last game. He seemed to be looking for his mark on the yoke. He was bouncing all over the place. He just did not
55.
look settled whatsoever. And in his matchup with Mark Dudbridge in the 3rd game of the day of yesterday, he looked really good. He was much the better player. He was 10 points ahead on the averages.
26.
Did only win the game by 4 legs to 3. But he was the better player throughout. What he'd give for a 4-3 win here.
$60.
Yeah, huge game. There's going to be a couple of big ones
140.
before the end of the evening. Do not forget to watch it all unfold on Saturday as well. Finals night from 7:30 live here on Pluto TV. That's UK time. I know many of you are watching around the world.
David, you require 154.
Oh, beautiful set of play. Disappointing first start.
Require 112.
But this is an excellent response from Wawrzewski. Can Dudbridge find a way through? He tried to barge his way through that treble 20. But a big chance here for David.
Yeah, and he tried again. He'd already seen that it was pretty hard to do so. He's kind of taken all the pressure off Wawrzewski. Double 10.
Game
Found.
shot in the first leg. David Wawrzewski.
Wawrzy's off the mark.
Yeah, he used the word take the pressure off him. And it was his finishing last night, Murph. He was superb. Over 40% accuracy on the doubles yesterday. And that double 10 will mean an awful lot to him. He hasn't led a match tonight. You can see he's deep in thought behind here. He knows that Dudbridge isn't producing the goods right now. And you've got to take this opportunity while it's there.
60.
Dudbridge just really taking his time before this visit. Again, a low dart. They're not helpful to Mark Dudbridge at all. Really do stand up his darts.
48.
And if they're below targets, they block them.
$95. $123.
Better from Dudbridge. Wawrzewski a ton behind.
85. $46.
Who will be that 5th playthrough to Saturday night? Seems like an age since we saw Tommy Morris do an incredible job in Group A. It was stacked, and to get 26 points, he'll fancy his chances come Saturday night. But in Rob Grundy, I think we've got a player there who's beginning to real find his mojo in this Group B. Real strong possibilities, looking at 8 wins out of 8.
Is it in? It is. So is that.
113.
Not sure about the last one, Glenn.
He's just so quick. It's almost like I just want him not to slow him down, just to be more composed. But he hasn't been punished. And we mentioned the fact that his strength yesterday to get his victories was this type of combination finishes. He held his nerve last night.
32.
It just feels like a totally different version of Wawrzewski.
One needs to find the single to get a go at the double. Double 4 in for Dudbridge level in this battle. Remember, the winner goes through. Loser not necessarily out.
David to throw first.
But for Mark Dudbridge, it would be a weird scenario where right now all he's thinking, I've got to beat David Wawrzewski. If I get the better of him, that's me through, no problem. But if he loses a match, he then wants David Wawrzewski to beat Jose Justicia in the final game to put him through.
For me, he looks the more likely to win this game. I'm struggling to see how Wawrzewski can to win the 4 legs. Just feels a little bit jittery. He can just even get his darts out of his hands there. So everything
43.
feels just a little bit panicky.
And of the 3 in this battle, this 3-way fight for 2 places, Dudbridge has looked the most composed.
And being quite greedy as well.
180.
As Dudbridge hits the 180, it would set up a winner-takes-all in that final game between Justicia and Wawrzewski. Neither of them have impressed me in this Group
45. $32.
Yeah, all of David Wawrzewski's wins came last night. In fact, he won his first 3 games in this group.
100.
Now on course to make it 3 defeats. Sorry, 4 defeats on the spin.
I know I so want him to do well. You know, he's a genuinely top guy as well. I feel 61. I can see his faults. But as a dart player, when you're up there, you don't always get that. Yesterday, he looked like he really wanted it. He was highly motivated.
59.
Everything, Chris, just looks like hard work 91. Right now.
Treble 17 would leave tops here for Dudbridge. Treble 14 would leave double 16. But none of those things happen. Neither matter, really.
51. $43. Mark, you require 40.
To lead this match for the first time,
Mark Dudbridge.
He looks calm, he looks composed, and he looks ready to win this match for qualification. Mark Dudbridge was really taking the ascendancy in this game.
$96. $81. $81.
We've still got Grundy and Burnett. Grundy got that motivation of winning all of his matches, but it is looking likely that the last game
100.
is going to be high stakes, high drama. between Justicia and Wawrzewski.
And I would struggle to pick a winner right now between the pair of them because I think the minds are a mush right now. But if they can learn something, it's by watching Mark Dudbridge right now. This is a player who's, look, he's not at his best. He knows 98. That. He barely gets a chance to practice these days. But one thing that hasn't changed is that just that calmness when he's up there. He doesn't beat himself up. He doesn't start throwing his arms about. He doesn't start going to water tables and taking an age to get there. He just does everything in a very professional manner.
.41. Mark, you require 84.
84 then to move closer. Double 12.
72. $83. Mark, you require 12.
You don't want to be hitting the big six in this situation. Looks good from here. Absolutely it does. Mark Dudbridge leads and goes one away from qualification. We're on the cusp for our 5th qualification for Saturday night.
David to throw first.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we've watched a few of the players tonight, namely Jose Justicia in the previous game. We've seen it with Richie, Burnett, David at times himself,
41.
Approaching the oche in different ways. Dudbridge has just got on with it. None of the histrionics, the same process over and over again. He's just trusted it. Hasn't always worked.
134.
And I'd like to add Rob Grundy to that, because Rob and the two people who have gone through that same throw each time, that replication of the throw,
140.
are the two that looking like they're going to be qualifying from this group. And he was mightily impressive come the Saturday night last time he was here, reached the final. So he's also got that explosive game that you need. It feels like a different night with a crowd behind him tomorrow. You need that 100 average match, and you can't rely on just that match play. And Dudbridge has demonstrated that quite recently on that stage, so good times are possibly ahead for him.
Anyone likely to be making the long trip from Hartlepool to support Rob? Are you aware?
Well, I wish they were, then they can take him home himself. The added weight in my car is going to cost me about at least another 67 pence in petrol. Not happy.
Mark, you require 127.
And Mark Dudbridge might be very happy in a moment. 127, and it's qualification. But Wawrzewski just hanging around.
99. David, you require 40.
Best leg from David Wawrzewski. This is what we saw from him yesterday. And that's a 15 darter. And that's from nowhere. And good on you, Wazzy.
Yeah, showed a bit of calmness himself there.
Flag, Mark to throw first.
Especially last start in hand to get that done.
Yeah, I feel like he's been playing this match and the previous game on a speed of 1.5. He's just playing a little bit quick. It's almost like he's dipping for that finishing line too early. And that's the problem when you have such a good day on the first night of a Group B. You just know that one win can be enough, and you just maybe just trying too hard to do that. Just let the darts do the talking. That's his best leg. And when we remember that opening game of yesterday, he did find that purple patch where he put a few legs together and looked absolutely fantastic.
60.
Beautiful.
83.
Yes, he doesn't demonstrate his frustration and anger, Mark Dudbridge, but let me tell you, after that first start, this is resilience. This is fight. I don't mind admitting I writ him off in this game, but he's finding something from somewhere, and if he can get it to 3-3, he would have 58. The darts.
Well, it took him a while to ignite tonight, didn't it, Glenn? But he is now firing. Flying and thinking.
129.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I was looking at the bullseye there. Like many as a player, wasn't really looking at the score of Dudbridge, but he's found something from somewhere. That past 2 or 3 minutes there from Wawrzewski. Can he see it out?
David, you require 32.
This is to take the distance.
Game shot on the
What
sick flag.
a fight back.
David Wawrzewski.
This has been from David Wawrzewski. Adds a 14 darter there to force
7th and final
this
leg.
deciding
David
leg.
to throw
And he
first.
has the darts in it. Whoever wins this leg
Game
will
on.
be playing at finals night. The other, well,
44.
it's not game over, but it certainly makes it harder.
Yeah, he's got that bit between his teeth right now. And because he plays so quick as well, it doesn't seem that long ago that Dudbridge was cruising at 3-1 when we were
60.
talking about qualification.
$100.
Can he keep that composure, Mark Dudbridge, that we've praised him for?
80.
I have to say I've enjoyed this game. I like these games where there's some meaning to it. Qualification to the winner, remember. Wawrzewski was a player where I criticised him for 4 legs. I felt like he was playing a little bit on fast forward, not showing any composure. I need to be more measured. He's found something from somewhere.
60.
And it's his to lose from here. He's 30 ahead plus these. Can he find more trebles?
60.
Well, a couple of big uns found there by
135.
Mark Dudbridge. Doesn't leave him on an outshot, but he is in front against the throw.
83.
Not for long. That last start was pretty big, but it's very much in the balance, this, isn't it? It is perfectly poised.
Yeah, it feels tense in the comms box. I'm sure it's exactly the same on that stage. Maybe the coolest man in the building is still Mark Dudbridge.
134.
He's found and picked off 2 wonderful
David
trebles
require
there.
129.
Look what he's left. Will he be back? Well, there's your answer.
Yeah, 135
43.
followed by 134
Mark,
to
you
get
require
himself down to 32. And now Dudbridge is at match point, is at qualification point.
16.
But the first 2 darts were decent. They made it difficult,
David, you
though.
require 86.
I'll look it up for divine inspiration.
That's the motivation he's been striving for. Turn it into a positive, David.
52. Mark, you require 16.
Both have had their chance. Dudbridge gets another. And
Game
this
shot
time,
and a match.
he takes
Mark
it.
Dudbridge.
Mark Dudbridge does the job. He defeats David Wawrzewski, and in doing so, books his place at finals night on Saturday. Wawrzewski will return in a winner-takes-all contest against Jose Justicia in the final match of the night. Do stay tuned for that. Drama to the death in Group B, but coming next, the unbeaten Rob Grundy takes on Richie Burnett.
And welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where it's the penultimate game of this Group B campaign. A Group B which has been dominated by the man throwing his darts there, Rob Grundy. Played 7, won 7. Some beautiful 100 averages, some excellent clutch finishing. It's been an all-round performance. But for Richie Burnett, it's been a Group B campaign he'll want to forget. Just the one win. And I guess when you're playing your last game, the last person you want to play is the man in form in Rob Grundy. And if you're with us just before the break, you will see the 5th player to qualify. Delighted to say that it's the legend that is Mark Dudbridge, who has remained calm, he's remained composed, and delighted that he becomes another player through. It does also set up that the final game this Group B will be a straight shootout between the Spaniard Jose Justicia against David Wawrzewski, who himself had the opportunity in that previous game there. But Wawrzewski just fell just a little bit short, but that's a big game to finish this match.
Well, brilliant placement of those 2 darts. Those 3 darts from Rob Grundy. And I tell you what, he'd want to leave them in ahead of his next visit. Absolutely superb.
100.
Yeah, all the drama will come in the last match of the night, as Glenn mentioned. But it's not just a game to get out of the way, this one. Grundy will be determined to complete a perfect Group B campaign.
8 180s tonight. It's maybe not his strongest
57.
point, getting the 180s. Like you say, he's usually so good at the back end of legs as well. So he's putting together a terrific campaign here.
Burnett hit 8 last night.
140.
Can't add one there. 124 for Grundy. 60. 14. Or the treble. Gets the latter. Double 11.
113.
Just denied.
Richie,
yeah, you just expect them to go right now the way he's playing. Burnett might be feeding off scraps in this game. Can't see out the 161.
49. Robbie require 11.
Well, looking to tidy up then. 3 for double 4. Just eclipsing the target somewhat there.
7.
Well, I tell you what, Chris, I'd have given him that second dart there.
Richie require 112.
Not getting a go at the double here, Burnett. So Grundy returning for double 2 to take the opening leg.
38.
If he does win this match, he'll have won the group with twice as many points as second place. That is dominant. Still the only player in the group with a positive leg difference, Rob Grundy.
That's an incredible stat, isn't it? And it's the kind of stats that, I don't know if Rob's the type of person to be looking back and looking at some of the games he's played. But he's got to go into tomorrow as one of the players who'll really fancy his chances.
And it will end like that as well, because Jose Justicia is on -4 and David Wawrzewski is on -6. So the best that one of them can get to is 0. Grundy will go through a full Group B campaign and end it with a positive leg difference. Nobody else will.
How many times is he starting legs?
125.
Well, I think you know where I was going to go there.
Yeah, by hitting 2 treble 20s. At least.
29.
Richie Burnett. You won't have to wait long to see him again. He is going to be in the kitchen at the other side of tonight's live darts. Oki 2 event with Richie Burnett, Steve Beaton, Paul Nicholson doing the cooking. I think that's probably the best choice of the 3.
Pot noodles all round would have got my vote.
$180.
180 just for fun.
Yeah, you mentioned those 8 180s from last night.
125.
By my calculations, that is his first of the night.
Grundy leaves 151. Burnett hoping now to do the same.
41.
But fails to do so.
Rob, you require 151.
Failed to take his darts out successfully as well. Still playing Twister on the hockey.
Yeah, he'd be good at that game, wouldn't he?
Actually, yeah.
You're thinking of a new filler already, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll bring my mat tomorrow.
41.
My mind's thinking Twister now, and poor Owen
57.
Binks
Robbie
couldn't add it to
require
his social media
110.
because he wouldn't be able to reach the 2 circles, would he?
So 110 for Grundy. It can still be done. 95, 57 for 38. We did see Burnett earlier
70.
tonight produce an absolute
Richie require
blockbuster checkout.
153.
161.
I was about to say if this goes, he'd be manoeuvring around the board. I said it would be scraps in this game. It was a 161 he had in the first one.
99.
A 153 in
Robbie
this one.
require 40.
Grundy did mess about with his doubles in the previous one. You get the sense that this is going to be nailed.
No score.
Wrong bed.
Richie
Burnett
require
breathes
54.
again. Double 20.
Game showing the second leg.
And
Richie
Richie
Burnett.
gets even. One apiece.
Third leg, Rob to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, you've got to admire the concentration levels of Grundy, don't you? Because every single dart is
60.
maximum focus and concentration.
I've struggled to find it, but years and years ago, you know, your
85.
Commentary colleague on another network, Dan Dawson, he once made a song of Richie Burnett to the tune of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Do you ever remember that one? And it was the Mad Prince of Wales.
100.
Yeah, we'll have to find that. Get the Twister out. We'll be laughing. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. What was this? What was the
43.
title?
The Mad Prince of Wales.
I'm struggling a little bit.
The pot noodle story featured.
$91.
I know another great story about. I'm not sure I could say which player it is, but regarding their food preferences, and it involves a player on the tour who, on a pro tour, you go and there'd be 2 events. He'd go to the Chinese after the first day's play,
100.
eat half of the food, then he would wrap his hotel iron in towels, leave it plugged in with a Chinese next to it to keep it warm, and come back and finish it off the following night.
And come back and the hotel's on fire.
60. Rob, you require 150.
That's why I don't want to name him, because he might be responsible for a criminal act.
$92.
The Chinese wasn't hot, by the way, but the tea towels were perfectly ironed.
Can you tell this is a meaningless game?
51.
Not for Rob Grundy. He wants
Robbie
to complete the
required
card. 18 for tops to move closer, and Richie Burnett has left a bogey. That will be difficult. And that's why moves
38.
across. He was trying to just go a little bit more to the right of that. Wanted to avoid it.
Yeah, luckily for him, Burnett has left that bogey number of 162, and his frustration is evident when he goes underneath that treble 20.
60. Robbie required 20.
1 from 9 on the doubles, Rob Grundy.
Just about.
Game shot on the third leg.
2 from 10 now.
Rob Grundy. Full
Your
flag.
luck
Richie
is
to
in.
row first. Game on.
I've got one more. One more. It's not to do with food actually this time, but a lot of dart players would split the cost of hotel rooms, wouldn't they?
134.
And share rooms. And there was one occasion when one player was asleep and the other one couldn't sleep. So he went out for a walk to get some food, whatever, and the other one used to sleep in one of those masks, you know.
Yeah.
It could be very
100.
dangerous if that were to come off or be disconnected.
Oh, the electric goes off.
So the other one leaves, but he takes a key card out of the room, which actually cuts the electric.
100.
And almost brought his roommate to a premature end, shall we say. Tales from the tour here on Pluto TV.
180.
Rudely interrupted by a perfect visit.
He walks in with his iron. Is everything okay?
Roommate can't breathe, but my Chinese is lovely.
140. $130. Richie require 127.
127 for Burnett to level this one up.
39 score.
Yeah, both darts on the wire.
Talk about it later, Richie.
55. Robbie required 91.
This for a 3-1 lead. He's looking at treble 17. Everything he hits at the moment. Eyes on the prize. 3-1, Grundy.
Rob Grundy.
A reminder, it will get serious in the next game because it is all to play for. Everything on the
Fifth
line.
leg, Rob to
Grundy is through.
first.
Dudbridge is through. Burnett is out.
Game on.
Justicia and Wawrzewski will play for the final place at finals night following this match.
Yeah, it feels like a real scrappy performance from Rob Grundy.
84.
But that last leg has taken his average once again over 90, currently 91.70. And there was a nice little touch there from Richie Burnett as well.
Showing respect for what was an 11 darter.
60.
From Rob Grundy.
Have you changed your mind for the winner tomorrow night, Murph?
Well, I've never revealed who I thought it would be.
Oh, am I still thinking of Henry's answer?
And what did he say?
He thinks the
100.
curse of Group A
will come to an end. Well, you were with him. Have you changed your mind?
Well, I'm 9 out of 9. The last time I've...
Well, you're 8 out of 8 when you played.
140.
Harsh. So I need to have a long think about the winner tomorrow. I want 10 out of 10.
We will be asking you at the top of the show. Laura Turner, if you're watching and listening, make sure
140.
you're prepared to answer as well. Both Laura and Paul Nicholson last week were proven very, very wrong by Steve Green. Even before the final, they both went for Henry Coates with some confidence.
100.
I won't lie, I did myself. 137 would be nice here for Grundy. Just guides it above that first dart.
60. $123. Rob, you require 117.
Well, here we go. It's been 7 of the best so far for Rob Grundy. He's looking to go unbeaten in this Group B campaign, but needed that treble 19 to give him an opportunity for match dart.
57.
Can Burnett
Richie requires 78.
delay the winners' parade in Group B? 20 for tops to do so.
$58.
And now for Grundy
Rob, you
to
require
complete
60.
the glory. 9 players have gone through Group B and won every single game in Super Series history.
Game shot
He
and
is
the
the
match.
10th.
Rob Grundy.
Rob Grundy makes it a perfect campaign. Richie Burnett showing respect and telling him to go and get it won tomorrow. It's been great from Grundy. He's won all 8 of his matches. He signs off with a 4-1 win over Richie Burnett. We won't see him tomorrow. We will see Rob Grundy and Mark Dudbridge, and one of Jose Justicia and David Wawrzewski. They play next.
And welcome back to the Modus Super Series and what's been a fascinating Group B campaign. And it's all come down to this because we've got 5 players through to Saturday night. 5 fantastic personalities, different types of players. Players bang in form. And with 1 player to go through. How we like it at the Modus Super Series. It's going to be a total shootout between the Spaniard Jose Justicia, who hasn't really played his best start here at the Modus Super Series. And David just taking his dart, David Wawrzewski, who has had opportunities. He won his first 3 games yesterday. Was sat on 6 points. Has been striving for that solitary win that would give him the qualification. He's made it difficult, but he has got the opportunity in this game. Both players have flattered to DC. They've been slightly disappointing. Murph, I'm struggling to pick a winner on this one.
Well, it's a debut week for Jose Justicia here at the Super Series. And I tell you what,
100.
He wants it, doesn't he? He really wants to get through to finals night. You can see in the way that he's gone about his business. But it all started with this match yesterday. Justicia won the first couple of legs. He looked like he was on course to breeze through this group. And then Wawrzewski hit back. And that was a trend that kind of followed last night for both players. But Wawrzewski hasn't found a win tonight. Justicia finally got one against Richie Burnett last time out to keep himself in contention. And this is effectively our first knockout game of the week.
Well, I opened up this match by saying 2 players who flattered to deceive,
65.
But they've actually come out the traps quite beautifully. Justicia took his time to come to the hockey, and I just think that sometimes there's a fine line with him that he's overthinking the situation too much. But this has been brilliant. This is the kind of start that you want when you're in a shootout game.
I just do want to see what he does when approaching the finish, because there have been various different ways of going about it, and none of them have involved just getting on with it. Well, that's what he seems to be doing this time. Will it work? Double 12, that's okay. Intended to hit the single 16, but double for another one, and he pulls it off nicely. Fantastic start from Jose Justicia, who goes out in 14 darts to win the opening leg.
And just as a reminder, you mentioned that he was superb for 2 3/4 legs against Wawrzewski yesterday, the opening game of this Group B.
81.
It was a bizarre turnaround, and it was a mixture of missed doubles in that 3rd leg from Jose and absolute brilliance from Wazzy. He really did find that purple patch in that game.
It will be a heartbreaking night for David Wawrzewski if he is to fall by the wayside. He did miss darts to qualify against Mark Dudbridge in the previous game. And as Glenn alluded to, he won his first 3 matches. It would be 5 defeats on the spin that have sent him home. Just 1 win in any of those games, he would be through. And Jose Justicia is turning on the style in this one.
And bizarrely enough, Wawrzewski's beginning. I mean, he is playing his best darts of the night. He showed
91.
signs in his previous game. Despite the fact he's 1-0 down in this one, a lot of that's down to the fact that Justicia is playing quite beautifully right now. I know it's early in this
83.
game, but he's averaging over 115 right now.
Well, this is... I mean, we didn't expect it to be this good from him throughout the entire group, but we expected him to be a dominant force. So did the bookmakers. Let's not forget,
43.
There was a favourite to win this group, and it's not the player who's won every match. It was Jose Justicia. 10 points behind Rob Grundy going into this game.
Really good from Wawrzewski here. He's looking really determined and just behind David when he was throwing that. Jose was
93.
throwing his arms about. His concentration levels seem to be wavering a little bit. Can still finish.
62. Jose, you require 94.
This is big. He's going the old school route here, guaranteeing himself a dart at least a bullseye. Oh, he would have guaranteed himself a dart at the bullseye. He just hit the big number.
53.
Wawrzewski wasn't even looking, didn't even know what the circumstances. He's given himself an opportunity. Just.
Yeah, that was close to the treble. Nearly bust it.
But I like that step back. I like that reset moment.
Game
And
shot
I
in the
like that
second
dart,
leg.
Wawrzewski,
David
1-1.
Wawrzewski.
Oh, this is
Third
very,
leg, Jose to throw first.
very
Game
interesting
on.
now, because it looked like Justicia was in total control. But we just saw that chuckle come back, and he's starting to think
92.
he's going to go wrong again.
I think Wawrzewski is the type of player to
60.
maybe look back in the games. If he could just watch his open couple of games tonight, it was fast, it was furious, and it didn't really suit him.
Yeah, it was a bit rushed, wasn't it?
He was even struggling. The timing
94.
was so off because it was so quick. That transition of getting the dart out of his hands was difficult.
Is there sometimes a subconscious element to that, Glenn, where, for example, he knows he just needs
85.
one win to get through, and you're subconsciously thinking, I'll just get that as quickly as possible, then you end up throwing as quickly as possible.
And can I tell you what helped me? And it was little Richard Ashdown. He said, don't dip. As Justicia hits that 180, they said, don't dip before the winning line. And it was something that resonated with me when I was in a game where I was thinking,
100.
I need to win this. I want to get
Jose,
through.
you require 135.
And that sort of helped my game with Justicia. Just as Wawrzewski was beginning to take control of this
95.
game. This is a lovely leg of darts.
It's been a good game, this.
100.
Justicia is playing
Jose, you require 40.
Premier level at the right time. Tops to regain the
Game shot in
lead,
the
which he
third
does.
leg. Jose
14
Justicia.
darter in leg 1, 13 darter in leg 3.
Fourth leg,
Average
David to throw
of
first.
104.43 in a match he must win to qualify.
Yeah, the only stat you missed there was 2
39.
from 2 on the doubles as well. But we have seen this from the Spaniard. And then it can go off as quickly as he's
60.
been red hot. Wawrzewski shouldn't and won't panic.
60.
There you see the standard, the winning legs, 27 darts to take 2 legs
28.
for Jose Justicia. Not many scores like that.
But it can be expected from him.
43.
Now, he has been punished by the other players in those situations. He's getting away with it because Wawrzewski has not found his scoring boots in this leg. Scores of 39, 60 and 43. Is not what he needs when you're 2-1 down. You can see him behind, just
58.
trying to loosen up, just trying to get rid of all that tension.
$100.
The winner takes it all. Come the end of this tie, one will go home, one will go to finals night.
125.
Yeah, forget the stats, forget the numbers. This is a good game.
57.
Played at a really good pace.
Well, 3 straight darts would leave him on a finish, but he hoped to find a treble or 2. Well, goes wayward, now needs to find a treble. Well, he's found 2 trebles, just not the ones he wanted.
78.
Good recovery with the last.
6 darts from 202's got to be the plan.
60.
Not enough.
Jose, you require 152.
A real chance here for Jose to get a firm grip on this match. Just starting to see both players faltering a little bit here
45.
as the heat gets
David, you
cranked
require
up.
142.
$67 left. Did well there. Did really
92.
well. I think he was going to go for the
Jose,
treble
you require
19 at one
107.
point. This would sting.
And that's where he's going now. 88. Not going to go. So Wawrzewski. Well, it'll be 18 for double
59.
16, but remember he was close to the treble
David,
last
you
time.
require 50.
Miles away this time. He learnt his lesson. Double 8.
Game
And he's
shot on
pulled
the
it off.
fourth leg.
Deadlock
David Wawrzewski.
in this shootout.
Fifth leg, Jose to throw first. Game on. $57.
It has a real feel about going down to a last leg decider. For the neutral, it's great. But for the pair of them out there, they will be feeling every single dart. Who can hold themselves the best?
140.
Is there something even more tense, Glenn, about doing it in these conditions as well? No distraction.
60.
No distractions, no excuses, but they will be feeling it big style. With or without a crowd, maybe you can
41.
look at that as someone to blame at times. Out there, it's just all about you. The hard work was done there from Wawrzewski, the 140 start. But the pair of them are trading blows. At times, they're looking great and taking control. At
41.
times, they're being very inconsistent. None the wiser who's going to win this right now.
Well, this is a real opening for David Wawrzewski, isn't it? Against the throw, he's got the lead.
100.
And that treble helps him open up even more daylight here. Huge opportunity for Wawrzewski to take control of this match. And I have to say,
85.
It's got a very similar feel about it to the one they played yesterday.
140.
And yesterday, Wawrzewski just found that purple patch. He found those moments of brilliance to see what was a big win for him. He kicked on from that.
58.
Maybe his bad moments
David
tonight are behind
80.
him. And positive things are just around the corner. The luxury of starting on the 16s. And what a dart that is. This would be for a break, a throw and go one away.
64.
He will be back. All Jose Justicia can do is hit and hope now. Pile on as much pressure as possible. And he's failed to do that. He hasn't put any pressure on David Wawrzewski whatsoever.
16.
He's been good on that area of the board. He was excellent on that area of the board yesterday. Had a few issues in those first couple of games.
David to throw first.
But he's found his mojo. He's found something from somewhere. He's finding divine inspiration. You can see him looking up.
Yeah, they've both got a focus. There's that Polaroid picture on the stage for Jose Justicia to try and draw inspiration and encouragement from.
$47.
But he's feeling more and more discouraged with every visit as the game goes on.
The shoulders have gone down. That's the time to really punch him.
43.
Did I say punch? I mean punish them.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's allowed, Glenn.
Punish them.
Taking his time, trying to refocus, trying to rediscover the form that he had just 5 minutes ago.
And I think it's the right thing to do. But the execution is all over the place. Huge moments now for Wawrzewski. The very likeable Wawrzewski. A top guy who's been through pretty much everything tonight. He looked so poor in his second game that I feared for him for the rest of the night. But is he on the cusp?
There's a guy who puts a lot back into the sport as well. He actually brought his darts academy down here to the live lounge to watch tonight.
Yeah, what an atmosphere they created that night. All on the best behaviour. And the behaviours of Wawrzewski right now are very, very positive.
A few of them may well have stayed up late this evening to watch Wazzy, and they might be about to be rewarded.
140.
But suddenly, from nowhere, Justicia gets back in the act.
140.
Oh, that's a stunner. That is absolutely beautiful. He's going to come back for 58. We talked about the fact that the 16 and 8 have been great, but it's looking like tops for the match.
David, you require 58.
He had the chance against Dudbridge. He's back at qualification point. 2 darts at double top to seal his spot at finals night. And David Wawrzewski wins in the end. It's been a long night. A long toil for David Wawrzewski. having won his first 3 matches in this group, followed by 4 defeats. He's stunk out of the top 3, but in the end he's made it with a 4-2 win against Jose Justicia, who is out at his expense. Wawrzewski goes through, Justicia goes out. And the results at the end of the evening have resulted in Mark Dudbridge and David Wawrzewski going through. Dudbridge got the win he needed, and then Wawrzewski got the one he did. But you have to say, Glenn, Jose Justicia not making it through, that's something of a shock.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed actually. At times he did the hard work and often usually in the first leg, but just didn't back it up. I expected him to qualify. He didn't qualify. I shouldn't have biased, but I have to say I'm absolutely delighted for David Wawrzewski. He's going through some personal difficulties right now, but he used that for a real positivity at the end, and that tops was a beautiful dart. The right 3 have gone through, and they make it a really exciting Saturday night.
Yeah, he battled his way through, David Wawrzewski, didn't he? What did you make of the way that Mark Dudbridge qualified?
Calm, collective, clinical. I really liked what he did, and he's demonstrated on a Saturday night as well that he's got the firepower, because he's going to need that, because the likes of Grundy and Tommy Morris look outstanding.
Yeah, and Rob Grundy dominating the group. Very, very strong from him. It looks like he will be the favourite along with Tommy Morris, Dudbridge and Wawrzewski going through. And this afternoon we saw Keanu Van Velzen and Richard McKee go through. We can now reveal for the first time the groups for finals night. And Glenn, we'll get your instant reaction, please.
Yeah, very, very even. I think each player will be delighted with the group that they're in there. Sometimes you can look at a group and go, wow, that looks really strong. I'm looking at that one there where each player will fancy their chances. Maybe, just maybe, that group one just a little bit more tougher than 2.
Yeah, well, that is going to happen at 7:30 tomorrow, but there is plenty to come here on the Modus Super Series channel on Pluto TV. Up next, we go from the hockey to the oven with Steve Beaton and Richie Burnett. He won't be here on Saturday night, but you can watch him in the kitchen tonight. Then, tomorrow afternoon, a tungsten talk with a former world champion, Neil Duff, before the big event, Saturday night, finals night. Rob Grundy may well be the favourite. A 7:30 start, as always, here on Pluto TV. And on Monday, we've got an exceptional week beginning. 9:30 a.m. for the start of week 3. Lewis Gurney in action that week, but it's also featuring the debut of Steve Lennon and a 16-year-old sensation in Archie Self. But don't forget, finals night, 7:30 on Saturday. Join us for that. Good night.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word! It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match down. 5 stars the baller, and the bullseye is hit.
It's Johnny Magny.
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short form at darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.